into the day with the dawn ringing in my ears. Oh, oh, I tune into my TV show. No better way, I gotta get myself into gear. Let's go. Oh, and I feel good today with my wake up in the morning espresso. I feel good today. It's my feel good breakfast show.
A very good morning, you beautiful people. Welcome to your Feel Good Breakfast Show, Expresso on SABC3. Happy Friday,
That was
team.
like a pow.
Yeah, bam. All of it in one. It's great to have you here as we begin the day that starts off officially, the weekend.
Yes.
Thank
That's
you.
right.
Bless you. Bless you, sir.
And if you need to know what's happening this weekend, that's why we connect with the Roger Good Show at 5FM. They tell you what's their pick of the weekend.
Excellent. And in keeping with our friends on the radio waves, Good Hope FM are here, and they are here in support of the Cancer Shave-a-thon. We'll be showing our support. A whole bunch of very interesting goodies here.
The rainbow colours.
Yeah. Colourful haircuts, and oh my word, it's going to be fun.
1 minute it's brown, the next minute it's going to be a different colour.
I see what you did there.
Now, you talk about the weekend. What better way to start? The gorgeous and uber-talented Zandi Kumalo is in the house. She is so cool, man. Too cool for school, and she's all yours, whole morning.
Oh, it's going to be a great show. And then, of course, a little bit of a how-to. Day 0 might have been pushed back to the 9th of July, but we have to keep saving water. This morning, I'll show you how to have some fun and make a water bottle tap. Comes very handy.
A water bottle tap.
Does it have a miniature little...
No, you'll have to wait and see.
Where does the water come from, though?
The bottle. You create it,
and
you turn the bottle into like a tap
Precipitation.
system.
And then you open it and it
Close, and then you open, close, and the water come out and stop.
It's blowing my mind. Okay, it's going to be that kind of Friday, you know that for sure. And hopefully these clouds will bring us some rain as well. But let's take a look at those temperatures around on cities and see where it's raining. Ewan.
Hey, good morning, team. Thank you very much, and a very warm welcome for you at home as well. It's a Friday morning. Now, in your weather and temperatures this morning, cloudy conditions forecast for most parts of the country. Then there's also a chance of showers along the eastern Cape Coast and some rain expected for Cape Town. Really holding thumbs for that. Let me run you through your temperatures quickly. Polokwane 18 minimum with the maximum 22. Mbombela on 18 as well, reaching a high of 27. Pretoria 15, 22. Johannesburg 13, 21. Mahikeng 15 and a mild 24. Klerksdorp 14, 26. Kimberley 18, 32. Bloemfontein 16 with a high of 29 degrees. Richards Bay 23, reaching a hot maximum of 32 degrees. Pietermaritzburg also nice and hot today, 17, 34. Durban 23 and a high of 30. Mthatha 17 and very hot, 36 degrees, and you can expect some thunder showers. East London could also expect a couple of thunder showers today, 18, 34. Cradock 14, 33. Port Elizabeth 17, 25. George 15, 25. Sutherland starting off on 8 degrees minimum, reaching a mild maximum of 25 degrees. Cape Town 14, 23, and some rain forecast for today as well. Worcester on 13, reaching a high of 27. Springbok 10, 27, and Uppington also a nice and hot day, 16 with a maximum of 35 degrees. And also just on a parting note, please remember to use water sparingly, especially if you are in Cape Town. Even though that we might be seeing some rain today, just remember to save water and push back day 0 as far as you can.
Well, let's take a first look at your roads for this Friday morning. Starting off in Gauteng, Johannesburg, there's been a multi-vehicle accident on the N12 westbound. It's before Rondebolt Road. One lane is currently blocked, so please approach with caution. Then moving to staying in Johannesburg, this time obstruction is taking place on the N1 northbound near Rivonia Road, and that right lane is currently blocked, so also please approach with caution. That's where I leave your traffic. Another update coming your way in half an hour.
Pharma Dynamics, effective, affordable healthcare.
We don't want to disturb at all. Okay.
Okay, so we've got, as you can see, the Good Hope FM team. How's it, guys? They're going to be spraying their hair, possibly shaving their hair if they've got hair. It's the Cancer Shave-a-thon has come to Expresso along with one of the coolest breakfast teams in the biz.
Exactly. Vic is going to go under the colourful spray bottle in just a bit. Stick around for that after the break.
so chicas, pégale. Huélele, so chicas, pégale. Ay, so chicas, pégale. Huélele, so chicas, pégale. Ay, so chicas, pégale. Kupiki tome mhlophe. Ilizela nango makoti. Agasemhle uyakhanya. Ilizela nango makoti. Agasemhle uyakhanya. Uzosi.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Your feel-good breakfast show, indeed. Why? Because it's a Friday. The weekend is upon us, and as we always say, we've got just what you've been craving for. Live in studio from Johannesburg, we've got the Roger Good Show. Roger, Uncle Dodgy, how you doing, lad?
What's happening, baby?
Oh, man, music to my ears. How's the family? How's the team? How's my Mariki?
No, it's all good. It's rock and roll. Can I just ask you, we're having like a big argument on the show. Have you guys ever used the plural of espresso? One espresso. What is many espressos?
Expressionados, bro. Expressionados. That's how you say it. That's the official term. That's in the dictionary, at least.
Really? Okay, that's a plural. Okay. All right, thank you, sir. Are you ready for some parties or what?
Yeah, bring it on. What's happening across the land, bro?
All right, kick it off in Joburg City. You might have heard of it. The Illusionists at the Theatre at Monte Casino. It is one of the best-selling magic shows in Broadway history, and it's making its way to South Africa. It's a jaw-dropping, spectacular showcasing amazing talent, incredible illusions, and thrilling, sophisticated magic like you've never seen before. It's definitely a show not to be missed. Audiences can expect to witness levitation, mind-reading, and disappearing acts that will blow your mind. That's Thursday to Sunday, and $200 gets you in. What do you think of that, huh?
Mind blowing. That was the sound of my mind blowing.
Alrighty. Johannesburg, we stay there. The Cancer Shave-a-thon is back at the Southgate Mall. The annual Cancer Shave-a-thon is one of South Africa's most loved events in support of a very worthy cause. I'm sure you will agree, to show a solidarity with those affected by cancer by shaving your head, and for those who like to keep their locks. And you're always welcome to color your hair to pay for the bailout fee as well. So that's the... Trust me. There's a 15th year for the Cancer Shave-a-thon. 15 years, brilliant. So be sure to head on down, excuse the pun, and join the mall for a bit of fun. That's on Sunday between 9 and 4 o'clock. And then finally, sticking in Joburg, because it's all going down in Mzansi, Barry Hilton in Grey Matters at Gold Reef City at the casino. Grey Matters is a really funny stand-up special featuring one of South Africa's most beloved and funniest comedians, universally adored for his intelligent, impeccable timed, and never crude acts. Barry has sold out shows from the Sydney Opera House all the way to Caesar's Palace, and you can watch him celebrating 30 years of experience this weekend, and $110 will get you in, sir.
I love that, man. We had Uncle Baz on the show this week, and he is in unbelievable form. So if you are lucky enough to get one of those tickets, man, go and check it out. Then let's bring it back down to Cape Town for our pick of the lot. Give you a bit of street cred. If you're looking to start off your weekend with a bang, you might do that at the Straw Dogs Epic Street Party. It's a motorcycle club that'll be hosting their 6th annual street party featuring guest DJs, spot prizes, and loads more. And that's at the Dry Dock in Pardon Island. Just $60 will get you in. And that's what's happening across the land. Guys, you know what I need. You know what I need. Give it to me. Can I get a hoorah, please?
Yeah, right.
Oh, I love it. Life goals. Life goals.
Oh, well, you're just in time as we connect with Katlejo, who's going to be informing us.
Unexpected.
I don't know why. I don't know
We're
why I
also
said that.
connecting. I mean,
We have Mark Lottery with us. He's going to remove
Lottery in the house, ladies and gentlemen.
Let's go for the Cancer Shave-a-thon. And I don't think you're going to cut your hair, are you?
No, I'm not going to cut my hair.
I was going to say, though, just as a tip of the iceberg of reporting on entertainment news, you can tell that Auntie Merle, the musical, did very well, because cover the style, cover the ensemble, the Italian leather on his feet. I mean, what?
God is good.
All the time, all the time.
Guys.
But listen, let's reflect on some very good news right now. Niku and Christy Panaggio keep their lives pretty private, but it doesn't always apply, especially right now. now and on their latest getaway. So check it out. They've been on Instagram, and the couple have been sharing several stunning photos of their vacation in the Philippines, from canoeing to ice creaming with the kids. They've been sharing quite a bit, and we are loving every single bit of it.
Oh.
Have you been to the Philippines?
No, I may go. Is there water?
Lots.
Okay, great.
Lots,
I'll go
lots.
anywhere where there's water. It's got to blow up on Instagram.
And even bigger news that in fact blew up on Instagram, Twitter and Facebook yesterday. Trevor Noah's book Born a Crime was a bestseller within months of hitting the shelves, and now it's going even further because the funny man has confirmed that his book will be adapted into a film, a feature film, revealing that Oscar-winning actress Lupita Nyong'o is going to be playing in it as his mother. In fact, they are co-producing it together. This is amazing.
I know. I saw that yesterday. I was a bit devastated. I really thought he would ask me to play his mother. But she obviously came in under budget. But wow, this is mind-blowing news. Mind-blowing. I want his life. I want his life.
A lot of people
Everybody
want his life.
But I think the man is working super hard, and I think all the results of that hard work are paying off. So there's no word yet on when they'll start filming or when they'll be releasing it, but I think a great achievement for Trevor and for South Africans in general too.
It would be great to see the story, like to see, you know, how they, as working hands-on with the production of things, put it together, like their personal project.
I can't wait to see that taxi scene where his mom chucked him out of a taxi.
What?
A moving taxi. In the book.
I haven't read the
His
book
mom
yet.
chucked him out of a moving taxi in order to save him from this dude who was trying to.
Okay, no, she can play
them.
She can play the mom. I couldn't possibly do that to any child.
You see? But still, she came in.
Did she want him back? After she threw him out of the taxi?
No, she was trying to save him.
Oh, okay, I should read the book. Okay.
Instincts kicked in. Well, listen, Mark Lottery will be hanging out with us the whole morning, so don't go anywhere.
Come on, the swag, guys.
Yes, don't go anywhere because also it's a big weekend ahead. Don't be alarmed if you see people are walking around with brightly coloured hair, freshly shaven hair as well. Of course, the Cancer Shave-a-thon is yet again taking place. And this morning we have the Nigel Pierce Show from Good Hope FM joining us to get into the spirit of things and just celebrate and support this incredible cause. We have Sandra and Vicky here right now. How's it, guys? Welcome, welcome.
Thank you.
We're so excited to be part of this venture.
I know, you got the lips already for the colour, which is amazing. Well,
I mean, it's very interesting. It could make or break a friendship, but I am willing to do that for the cancer cause.
let's talk about this. Yeah, exactly. But let's talk about this cause. It is a huge cause. You know, every single year people go out in their numbers and support it. Why are you jumping on board? Why is it important for you?
I think this year more than ever, even the president had mentioned it in his State of the Nation address. And I think it's the first year that it's been made public in such a huge capacity. And I think it's about early prevention. And if we have the capacity to have those treatments done earlier or being diagnosed earlier, we could fight this.
Absolutely, we need to get behind it. Now, Vicky, you are going to be spraying Sandra's hair, right?
Yes.
So here's our workstation. We have our spray cans here. I particularly love this one. I'm just saying, this is a Superman stencil, all right? Please, can somebody spray Kat's hair later?
Yes.
It'll be amazing. so Vicky, please take it away. You can choose your weapons, all right? And then you can tell me, what are you going to go for?
We're doing pink and purple, so that's these two.
Oh, she goes with the lips. I like it. I like the strategy here.
Strategy, guys.
Come on, let's get into it. Let's get into it. I don't know if I should actually help. Should I help something? It looks very... Should I hold the head down?
Yes.
So it doesn't blow everywhere?
Okay, you hold the
where are you
head
going to go? On this side, here.
Yeah. I'll do the hearts on this side.
Okay, there we go.
Yes.
Ooh, that is very purple.
That's a lot of it.
Okay.
All right, I think I'm supposed to wear gloves.
Am I winning?
Yes.
Am I winning at this game?
You are winning at this game. Let's go for it. You're doing well. You're doing well.
I mean,
I can't wait to show it off.
Okay, and I think just go now.
Yes.
Okay.
You know, just go freestyle.
Oh, look at
I think go closer.
He just
Go closer.
said that.
Yes.
Go freestyle on me.
That's it. Oh, look at that. So you get a
Yes.
lovely little tinge there. You almost get an ombre effect in the hair. It looks
I am
beautiful.
loving this.
That's it. That's it. I feel like we should do a little bit of blue, maybe.
Go for it.
On the top, I think we should go crazy
I
and go
wanted you
mad.
to
I
touch
want
my
this.
hair.
Okay, there we go. You look stunning. Get a bit of blue. Just hide your face.
Yes, hide my face.
Yes. Okay. We'll work on
You
that.
could
That is a
also
work in
look like
progress.
this today, guys.
Listen, guys, awesome to have you. It's been it's been a while since you've been
Too
here.
long.
Great to have you back. But listen, they are going to be with us the entire morning, getting their hair sprayed. I don't know, maybe some hair shaving going on. I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. At least you done, Sandra. You done. Listen, if you want to partake, maybe donate as well to this very worthy cause. Remember, the Cancer Shave-a-thon will be happening in malls across the country. And if you want more info, you can just log on over to the the website. That's shaveathon.org.za.
Not here, so take the traffic out.
All right, so as you can hear, we've got Nigel Pearce on the comms as we speak. Dalen Olivier. Guys, welcome. Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Absolute pleasure.
You shaving your heads? You've already done it.
Yesterday.
Thanks, man.
Just slightly ahead of the curve.
But as you are, that's what the show is all about. It's progressive. But we, of course, are setting the foot of a massive sporting weekend. Yes. Super Rugby exploding all over the place. Still early days, though. So let's focus on the stories that have unfolded, the cricket in particular. I've been dying to plug into your brain, dude. Obviously, we've got our final T20, and it really is a final because it could decide the series. I love all of the headlines. A touch of class in the last. Do we have enough to beat them in this final, do you think? And
I do. Newland should be sold out. I just hope that we can use the last 5 overs better, hit more boundaries, make sure that JP does what he did in the previous match. Klaasen, Harding coming, maybe Peshluquayo as well. So
Hendricks needs to fire as well. He's been our top scorer in the T20s, but I have a feeling he's about to fire off. We were aided by a very wet ball that didn't turn. What has gone wrong, dude? Has it been the missing players, the Puffs, the ABs?
Look, that adds to it, but we also just haven't had consistent starts at the top of the order that has filtered through into the middle order. And continuing with that progressive run rate, come 15 overs, 10 overs. So for me, it's just the consistency. Klaasen's come to the fore. He's scored 2 50s, which has done really well. We need JP to carry that order.
How important is JP?
JP is extremely important, man. David Miller as well. If JP and David Miller score, then South Africa's in good space.
And Miller's battled with the spin, it must be said. I think we used to sing a different song, but my favourite moment of that match was watching JP just savour it. He didn't want to leave the field. He was just standing there like, come on, man, come on.
And winning runs. He did 6, his head was down, he knew, okay, I won this one.
Absolutely love the guy, and he did put his hand up, and that's what we need the senior players to do. Then we move over to our English League Cup final. Arsenal, Man City, Sunday, 6:30. This is a very old rivalry, but with some very new questions being asked. Lacazette out of the fold. Ramsey could possibly be coming back in, but so I think we'll see Aubameyang being used alone there. What do you make of this Arsenal outfit now? Because it's a new... Can you see how I'm having to pull the words out of my throat here to talk about Arsenal?
You're probably asking the wrong person because I'm a Man United fan, so
shame, buddy. I'm sorry, man.
Arsenal are in an interesting phase at the moment. Will Wenger stay? Will he go? He's obviously bought some players. Guardiola, they lost in the FA Cup against Wigan. This is another cup competition. We'll see what happens on Sunday. I do think that Arsenal may beat them on Sunday. Yeah.
Wow,
Arsenal needs a trophy. Arsenal needs something.
Yeah.
Their fans just need one trophy to keep them going for the next 5 years. It's important.
Are they not in a rebuilding phase?
They're always in a rebuilding phase, every year.
But I have a feeling when you look at the kind of players that have been drafted in, I think they'll do well under Arsene. I think he allows his players to express themselves. He's quite a kind of a free manager in that sense. Man City at the moment, Sergio Aguero, is he the best player in the world? Harry Kane, is he the best player? Harry Kane.
Tottenham supporters. Aguero top 4, Man City. I mean, they've shown it. I think they're 16 points clear at the top of the table now.
It's
and
quality side.
Running away with it,
really
just
good.
Playing in a different league compared to the other teams. So
I do think that Man United, towards the end of the season, will play catch-up. And it won't be 16 points. I think Man United may get within 7 to 9 points of City.
How did this become about Manchester United?
How did
this segue happen?
that was smack talk right there.
Arsenal to beat City.
But I suppose the most important thing is playing Champions League football next year, which it looks like Spurs will do and Arsenal probably won't. So it's a rough game out there. Now, wherever your allegiances lie, go and savour every moment of the sport this weekend. It's going to be a cracker, boys. Love you, man.
Cheers.
And your teams, man.
It's
Love your teams, man.
And this Friday is going to get us well prepared for that. We're hanging out with Zandi Khumalo. She's released her debut album, Izikali Zamantungwa, and she'll be sharing music from that album with us this morning.
Oh man, she's got a beautiful voice and she's beautiful as well, which is a
double
exactly.
whammy.
Double whammy, exactly. Listen, and then the water crisis, we're continuing talking about that, but Zoe's got a nice little project. A water bottle tap. So that you will definitely save water with that, and it's kind of ingenious.
A water bottle tap. I'm still trying to figure it out.
I don't know.
It's a tap that's a water bottle, but a water bottle that's actually a tap.
Just like that.
All right, here we go, party people. Let's go. Say 1, 2, 3, party on now. I'm free, I'm chainless, picturesque and I'm brainless.
If you love Smooth Fame by myself, Katla Maboe, then download the song now on iTunes or Google Play. All the proceeds from downloads will be donated to Chalk South Africa. Remember to catch me as the host of Tropica Island of Treasure Maldives, where I give the contestants a chance at Smooth Fame, Mondays at 7:30 p.m. on SABC3. The stage is yours.
kudala ngizama ukubonisa indlela engizizwa ngayo nawe darling cela wazi ukuthi yo ngiyakuthanda kudala ngizisondeza kuwe kudala ngizama ukubonisa indlela engizizwa ngayo nawe darling cela wazi ukuthi yo ngiyakuthanda mawubuke best friend yami kugcwele uthando inhliziyo ayikwazi nokusibamba indlela engizizwa ngayo nawe darling. It's my feel good. It's my feel good breakfast show.
The sand and water resistant Galaxy S8. Made for summer.
Welcome back, you beautiful people. By that I mean Dylan Oliver and Mark Lottering.
It should be Mark Lottering first.
Really should.
Yeah.
And our
Sure.
ZDZ. Guys, we love having you around, and we couldn't resist the opportunity to get you to give your commentary, your professional commentary on some very serious content this morning. We're talking about a seagull doing an Irish jig and a dog being trained for towels. It's our What's Trending segment where we see what's trending on our viewers' timelines and have a little bit of a laugh. So I'm going to kick it off this morning, okay? This one very, very serious. Our Friday dance obviously has become an iconic part. You guys might be interested into dancing a little bit later.
You've seen it. I've seen the dance. Yeah,
please don't leave.
You're going to be part of it today.
So clearly many out there are feeling the vibe too, just like this seagull. Please. Ba-bam.
Oh, cute.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Look at that.
Break it down.
What do they call that? The Irish jig?
Do you think his name is Seamus? Eh? What do you think? What do you think he's actually doing?
That's the drunk uncle. Yeah. That is definitely. Yeah.
Someone just left that. It's on fire. It's on fire, and he's just doing.
Oh.
No, that says to me he was macking. There's a girl somewhere around there, and he's like. Ooh, ooh.
Well, listen, something else, also animal-related. We know here on Expresso, we love...
We're supposed to comment on
it while it's happening.
Yes, we give commentary. Okay.
Oh, wow, that is hilarious.
Look, it's a seagull
I am quite obscure. I am quite obscure.
Because we had an moment of... We do it. Look, Mark, it's a seagull.
Wow, I can stare at this for hours, but we don't have all that time.
How does it move its feet so fast?
Yes.
Must be a sprinter.
Oh, look, a gay seagull.
Why is it not
He's dancing with gay abandon. That's the
okay,
thing.
there we
That's
go.
it.
Wow.
That's it.
Okay, I don't know what you're going to say about
Thanks
the
for adding
next one.
value to the segment. I love that.
So, you know, here on Expresso, we love our animals. We love our dogs in particular. They offer great companionship. But how's this? The doggy helping a kid in the bath.
Mark, you need to start commentating.
I need a towel.
That's cute.
Is that what the child said?
Okay. That could also be interpreted as abuse.
Yes.
Animals should not be forced to have to do this kind of thing.
Not at all.
Yeah.
Are they giving him a doggy treat for that? Yes or no? We don't know.
He's leaving to go somewhere. He's like, he hangs his head in shame and he's in
It's kind of one of those things where people go, because you put a child and a dog in the same thing, you're going to get a lot of
with bath hair as well.
Yeah.
You know, it's got bath hair.
Yeah, it's an Alsatian, you know, the Alsatians are... Not the Alsatian.
He's on the
Alsatian for years, for life.
We went 30 seconds over for that, but it was worth it, guys.
Do you think it was worth it?
Yeah,
I think we did good.
Yeah, we were searching there.
Time we will never, ever get back in our lives. So if you enjoyed those and other stories this morning, please share that hashtag, your story, your video, whatever. Bring a smile to our faces, to our expert panel this morning. And as always, use that hashtag Expresso Show.
Well, it's time for some music right now, and this morning we are delighted to share in the music of super talented singer, songwriter and performer Zandi Khumalo. And after understanding the reason behind the name of her debut album, Izikhali Zamantungwa, I am convinced I understand why she is known as the advocate of love. She's sharing that music with us this morning, and here's the first song called Ngiyakuthanda.
Kudala ngizisondeza kuwe, kudala ngizama ukubonisa indlela engizizwa ngayo ngawe dali, cela wazi ukuthi ngiyakuthanda. Kudala ngizisondeza kuwe, kudala ngizama ukubonisa indlela engizizwa ngayo ngawe dali, cela wazi ukuthi ngiyakuthanda. Mawubuke emehlweni yami kugcwele uthando, inhliziyo ayikwazi nokusibamba indlela engizizwa ngayo ngawe dali, cela wazi ukuthi ngiyakuthanda. Mawubuke emehlweni yami kugcwele uthando, inhliziyo ayikwazi nokusibamba indlela engizizwa ngayo ngawe dali, cela wazi ukuthi ngiyakuthanda. Inhliziyo yami ngibeke ezandleni zakho, ngifisa ukukuthanda kunaphakade. Oh dali, sibamathe nolimi, cela wazi ukuthi ngiyakuthanda. Engqondweni yami angikwazi ucabanga mihla yonke, uhlala usenhlizweni indlela engizizwa ngayo ngawe dali, cela wazi ukuthi ngiyakuthanda. Cela wazi
Zandi Kumalo on your feel-good breakfast show with Ngiyakuthanda, and you can see on that album cover just how much she's loved. That ring is very evident. Listen, we'll be chatting to you a bit later on to find out about your beautiful album, especially the name or the reason behind the name of Izikhali Zamantunga. Beautiful stuff. In the meantime, link up with us on our social media platforms and let us know what you thought about that performance of Ngiyakuthanda.
Right now, let's get into your news headlines for your Friday morning, starting off with your national news. National Treasury has warned major infrastructure projects in municipalities will be delayed as it looks to meet new spending commitments like fee-free higher education. Municipalities, including major metros like Cape Town and Johannesburg, will have to do more with less money from the fiscus. Treasury says it wants to see large municipalities invest more of their own resources to fund infrastructure projects. Then Eskom says it's hoping to fill the vacancies of CEO and CFO within the next few months, saying that interview processes will start soon. This comes after the power utility's former CFO, Anoj Singh, faced a number of allegations and was placed on suspension before resigning last month. The utility remains under pressure to restore stability and fill these vacancies, which the deadline to apply for is today. In your international news this morning, the Syrian regime rained rockets and bombs on eastern Ghouta yesterday, killing another 19 civilians as international pressure mounts to stop the carnage in the rebel-held enclave. Calls for a humanitarian truce in one of the bloodiest episodes of Syria's 7-year-old conflict are going unheeded as the death toll for Damascus's 5-day blitz rises to over 368. The United Nations chief says the bloodshed wreaked by the aerial campaign has turned eastern Ghouta into hell on earth, while German Chancellor Angela Merkel has called for an end to the massacre. And lastly, money and top jobs will be the main topics of an informal summit on 27 European Union leaders today as the bloc tries to deal with the consequences of Britain's exit from the EU in 2019. EU leaders, except Britain, are to say whether they agree to increase the EU's next 7-year budget to pay for common policies on security, defence and migration, even though Britain's departure will leave fewer net contributors. Also to be discussed is whether to give the European Parliament a bigger voice in choosing the next head of the EU's powerful executive, the European Commission, and what to do with assembly seats vacated by British deputies. That's where we leave your news headlines for now. We'll get another update at 8 o'clock. Right now, Graham is standing by with your sports.
Yet another jam-packed weekend of sport to look forward to. First on the cricketing front, India's 2-month tour of South Africa, a very successful tour from their perspective, comes to an end tomorrow as the final T20 takes place at Newlands Stadium. So the 3-match series currently stands tied at 1-all. India claiming that 28-run win in the first game before South Africa came back with a 6-wicket victory in the second. While the gents match gets underway at 6 o'clock, our ladies team will also be in action at Newlands tomorrow. They take on India in their final T20 as well, and that's at 1 o'clock. Then on to football. Former Banyana captain Desiree Ellis has been officially named as the new head coach of the national women's football team. Ellis had served as interim coach since 2016, winning 8 of her 12 matches in charge. In that time, she led the side to the 2017 CASAFA Cup and CAF Women's Team of the Year award. There's also some PSL action to look forward to locally this weekend as Cape Town City welcome Wits. Sundowns face SuperSport in a beautiful old northern rivalry, while Chiefs host Bloem Celtic. Then, speaking of rivalry, the first major trophy of the English footballing season will be up for grabs on Sunday as Arsenal take on Man City in the English League Cup final. City currently hold the better League Cup record, having won the tournament 4 times, while Arsenal have secured the trophy twice. And while City and Arsenal fight for cup glory, the EPL continues this weekend as Liverpool tackle West Ham, Palace welcome Spurs, and Man United are up against Chelsea. Then on the rugby front, the Blue Bulls open their 2018 Super Rugby account tomorrow with a tough one, a clash against the Hurricanes in Pretoria. When the two sides met in this fixture last season, the New Zealand side outscored the Bulls by 5 tries to 2 to see out a 34-20 win at Loftus. Some other Super Rugby fixtures this weekend, the Stormers face the Waratahs while they begin their tour, and the Lions welcome the Jaguares. And that's where we leave our sport for now.
Well, it's a misty, cloudy morning in the mother city, hopefully with it bringing some rain going into the weekend. But with that, let's get into your weather and temperatures. And it looks cloudy for most parts of the country, and a couple of showers along the Eastern Cape coast, and then also hopefully down in the Western Cape, filling up our reserves just a little bit. Your temperatures: Polokwane 18 minimum with a maximum of 22 degrees, Mbombela 18, 27, Pretoria 15, 22, Johannesburg 13, 21, Mahikeng on 15 and a mild maximum of 24 degrees, Klerksdorp 14, 26, Kimberley 18, 32, Bloemfontein on 16 minimum with a maximum 29 degrees, Richards Bay 23 and a high of 32, Pietermaritzburg nice and hot today, 17, 34 degrees, Durban 23 and 30, some thunder showers expected for Mthatha today, 17 and a very hot maximum of 36 degrees, some thunder showers in East London as well, 18 and your maximum 34, and thunder showers in Cradock expected, 14 minimum, 33 is your maximum, Port Elizabeth 17, 25, George 15, 25, Sutherland 8 this morning and a maximum of 25, Cape Town 14, 23 with a chance of rain throughout the day, I hope so, Worcester 13, 27, Springbok 10, 27, and Uppington a nice and hot day expected as well, 16 and a maximum of 35 degrees. That's a wrap of your temperatures and your weather for the 7 o'clock bulletin. We'll bring you a final update just after 8.
Oh, well, we are taking a very quick break on your Feel Good Breakfast show. When we get back, we've been teasing you the whole morning. This morning's how-to video on how to turn a water bottle into your own little tap system.
Yeah. And then sticking to all things H2O, we give you some smart hydration habits for the family during this time of drought. Pay attention to that, and we'll be back right after this.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Hey, welcome back to your Friday morning on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Right now it's time for our weekly tech roundup with Dennis Janssen van Rensburg, or as I like to call him, TJR. It's a new name that I've developed for you, man.
Sounds good.
We're taking a look at some of the interesting stories from around the world in terms of tech. The very first one, we've touched on this before, but lab-grown meat, and something that some might have thought, delicious, some thought disgusting. But now there are a few beef companies that are filing a petition against it, I understand. What's happening?
Right, so I mean, it was bound to happen. When any big industry comes under fire, they're going to fight back. So they see this as a real threat to the meat industry in the US. So they're trying to take sanctions against these tech startups that are making these lab-grown meat products because they don't want them to be able to call them meat. Because they say once we start calling that meat, we have to start calling things like plant-based products meat. So that's kind of what they're going for. Whether or not it'll work, I don't know. But because you know, technically and biologically, it is meat. So it'll be interesting to see how the government actually handles this. And obviously, those big companies have the lobbyists in Washington D.C. and who knows what'll happen.
Gosh, imagine just looking at your menu at the restaurant and seeing lab-grown steak. Oh, I don't know. Just doesn't sound appetizing. Anyway, moving down to Australia, where scientists have found a way of effectively converting your camera into a microscope through some kind of implementation. So exactly how is that going to work, and what are some of the applications there?
So there you can see it. What they've done is create a little 3D printed clip-on, basically, that works on almost any smartphone. And you use the camera, and it changes that into a microscope. So it's actually really, really strong and powerful, that little microscope. And the idea behind it is obviously to give people access to this kind of thing that nobody has a microscope lying around at home. So it's about, you know, getting kids excited about science and getting them into the STEM subjects, and it's just a cool piece of kit. It can actually look at microorganisms and small cells up to 1/200th of a millimeter. So it's very powerful.
It's going to make Instagram a whole lot more interesting now when you're taking your Instagram coffee pictures and you like take the inside of the milk cell and you're like, lunch.
It's bound to happen.
And finally, Google now has a new artificial intelligence software that is apparently able to diagnose whether you have or you are at risk of developing heart disease.
Right. Now, this is very interesting. So Google obviously has a lot of companies under their umbrella. And this is one of the companies they've got that looks after human health. And what they've developed is a way of scanning the eye and collect a lot of interesting data as to, you know, what's going on in the eye, things like you know, color and the viscosity of the fluid in the eye, you know, and a lot of other things like this. And they built machine learning models to actually try to predict, you know, if people are in danger of heart disease. So they can also see if you're a smoker, they can determine if you've got liver problems, and all through just scanning the eye. It's really smart, and it's a really non-invasive way for us to see if something's potentially wrong.
Fantastic applications, as you can imagine, with that throughout the world. But quick question, with Google acquiring so much information from all of us on our smartphones and stuff, is anybody else challenging Google as, you know, the top end, or
as the biggest data miners in the world as well?
Because after a while they might be just controlling the world just based on the information that they have.
And that's their entire business, right? That's what they're trying to do. So at this stage, nobody can touch Google in terms of data volumes and the way that they're using that data. Apple have tried, Microsoft have tried, but at this stage, Google is kind of leaps and bounds ahead.
Wow. Okay, cool. Dennis, thank you very much for updating us on the latest news out of the world of technology. And of course, if you'd like to follow Dennis for more, do so at Dennis_VR and check out expressoshow.com for the latest updates.
Fascinating stuff. Thank you, gentlemen. Right now, though, of course, we are amidst one of the worst droughts ever here in the Western Cape. And we're all looking for innovative ways to try and save water. Now, right now, it is time for How To with Zoe, and our DIY princess is putting together a water bottle tap that is sure to save you a lot of water.
Have you ever wondered how you can save water in the simplest of ways without having to put in too much effort? The water restrictions are at level 6B, and Cape Townians are using creative ways to use water sparingly to avoid day zero arriving sooner than later. This morning's effortless and nifty trick in the art of water saving is a bottle tap. For today's how-to, you will need a water bottle with a flap lid, a permanent marker and a screw. Take your empty water bottle with a flap lid and mark a point on the bottom center area of the bottle to make the opening for the tap. Using your screw, make a tiny hole on your mark point by pushing the screw through to make an opening, but be careful not to make your water bottle tap hole too big by pressing too hard with your screw. Unscrew your flap lid and place your thumb over the hole while filling your bottle up to the top with water. Make sure to securely position your thumb over the tiny hole so that no water is wasted when you're filling up your water bottle under the tap. Once the bottle is filled with water, screw the cap back on and remove your thumb from the hole. And fear not, as no water will ooze from the bottle. Now, to get your bottle tap to work, all you need to do is flip the flap over your water bottle lid, open to make the tap come on, and close the lid back down to make your new water bottle tap go off. This easy how-to only required a water bottle, a flip lid and a screw. By simply lifting the lid, you have a fully fledged running tap. It is that simple. To view more of our how-to videos, subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you have any suggestions, head on over to our Facebook page and drop me a message.
Beautiful stuff there. Awesome job from our DIY princess. So let's face it, between frenzied morning routines, working through lunch and hectic after-school schedules, sometimes we all forget to do the simple things like drink enough water. Might think it's a touchy subject, but we have to do it, and it's okay. We've got some water-wise ways with Nestle Pure Life Water to keep in mind, and a few tips for creating smart hydration habits for the whole family.
I know,
so
this is something I need to remind myself of, and it's something I'm
terrible
working on,
at it.
is
Terrible.
remind yourself to take a water break. I think we get so caught up in our routines, and before you know it, a whole morning's gone past, and you haven't drank any water. Well, a best way to do that is, you know, set yourself reminders on your cell phone or on your calendar if you work at work. I know some people have a little chart to say by this time you need to drink at least a glass of water, and throughout the day you can accumulate the required amount of water that you need to drink per day.
Drink, man. You'd think that you would remember, but it's amazing. As you say, like, things move so fast in our world as well. And I think most of us know that, or at least should know, that our body is 60% water. It's part of our actual makeup, and we are constantly losing water from sweat and urination, obviously, during the day. That is why it's so important to keep topping up that water table.
And as far as how much water you should be drinking, I mean, adults and teenagers should aim to drink at least an average of 2 liters a day. Children between the ages of 5 and 8, they should drink at least 1 liter of water a day, and kids between the ages of 9 and 12 should aim to drink 1.5 liters.
Yeah, so I mean, even just to simplify that, a child should be drinking at least 8 glasses of water a day. Children are a lot more prone to dehydration, and they're also very busy, but they need that, their systems need that to be flushed out and cleaned out and to be hydrated. So keep it you know, as simple as possible. Just have a bottle of water with you and just keep sipping throughout the day.
That's right. And you know what, Nestle Pure Life, they really make it easy, as the water comes in different sizes. You can see there's the 330 milliliters for the little kids in the family, for their lunch boxes. There's the 500 milliliters for, you know, older children, and of course a 1.5 liter bottle for adults and teenagers.
Just carry that around with you. Just keep sipping. Well, there's some water-wise tips. Hopefully you are going to stay hydrated today.
Being well hydrated is vital for good health. Pure Life Mineral Water, made with love by Clover.
So wait, can I just quickly say, just a second ago, Kat goes like, "What's that?" pointing to the braai with a fire that's burning.
No, mate, it's the fact that if you have a look right now, Wadia, have a look. That looks like it's mildly in danger of putting the entire studio at risk. That's why I was asking you. Anyway, when we come back, we continue to draw inspiration on this Friday morning. We're hanging out with our friends from Good Hope FM who are supporting the Cancer Shave-a-thon coming up this weekend. We're also going to be speaking to Wadia Sali, who's been supporting this organization and their work for a number of years, and she herself is also a cancer survivor.
Absolutely phenomenal stuff. And then we're also jumping into the kitchen with some mixed berry muesli rusks. How amazing does that sound? Perfect to start your weekend. Stick around for that and a whole lot more on your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Do I have to keep
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show on this crispy Friday morning. Now, we've been hanging out with our friends from the Cancer Association of South Africa, as well as our friends from Good Hope FM in their support of the Cancer Shave-a-thon coming up this weekend. Now, I'm joined by a lady who is an absolute inspiration. She herself has been involved with the work of the Cancer Association for many, many years, and she is also a cancer survivor. Wadia Sali joins us. Good morning.
Hey, good morning.
After blowing all those kisses, now everyone is watching you at home. But let's quickly talk about your journey with cancer, how it affected your life, and also maybe take me through your recovery journey too.
All right. So I was diagnosed at age 38 with breast cancer. It was a long, tardy process.
Yeah.
It lasted for almost a year and a half. In that year and a half, I was very lucky, I was very blessed to have met the people at the cancer office who were able to provide support and teach me how to support others.
Yeah.
The recovery process was cancer, that support, my family mostly, friends, and also participating in all the different events that cancer does have going on.
Yeah, which I'm sure also helped you heal. During the time after your diagnosis and having to go through the recovery process, what was the biggest impact on your life that kind of make you take a back seat and reevaluate things?
Okay, so I think I would have to refer to my second last chemo session.
Yeah.
When I walked through the door and there was a lady standing at the door with a 2-year-old baby, and I thought the lady was there obviously for the chemo.
Yes.
Nonetheless, I found out that it was the 2-year-old, and I realized that I'm 38. I've had 38 good years of life, and this baby's just starting. So I didn't feel like I had the right to feel sorry for myself anymore. And I took it from there. I started supporting, I started working, especially with the children.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's been awesome.
And right now you're championing the cause. You are, in fact, you hold quite a distinguished title, if I may, Global Hero of Hope for the Relay for Life campaign. Tell us a little bit more about that, the Relay for Life campaign itself, and then also what it means for you to be the Global Hero of Hope. It's a big one.
Okay, so the Relay for Life is really a community project that in which we sort of support cancer patients and cancer survivors. Our logo there is to remember to celebrate. It's an overnight event.
Yes.
I don't know if you've seen a little logo on where is it? Okay.
I'm sure we'll have it somewhere around here on the screen as well. Yeah.
And it really signifies a night in the life of a cancer survivor.
Wow.
So it's from dusk till dawn, and what they actually go through during that time. So
that's a phenomenal way of getting the message across. So your role then as the Global Hero of Hope, what does that mean? So you obviously have platforms like this where you have interviews and get to tell people out there about the Relay for Life, but what else does it involve?
And that is the responsibility really, is to support, to educate, to help people understand how important the support is.
Yeah.
And also to be there for the cancer patients, for the cancer survivors. I can't stress how important it is for anyone who's been through cancer, no matter how they've been affected. So you could be a caregiver, you could be the patient, family, friends. It is extremely important to support the cause, because without the support, we can't do the necessary research. We also do lots of extra things, like provide screening at cancer, pre-screening for early detection. My role really is just to do my best at supporting those who need the support.
Yeah.
And, I think share my story so that other people can understand that they're not alone and that cancer's there.
I think you're certainly giving a very encouraging message that a lot of South Africans out there can take on board, especially leading up to the Shave-a-thon this coming weekend. Thank you so much for joining us. And of course, if you have any concerns, or you know of anybody who might have concerns or questions regarding cancer, go ahead and call the cancer toll-free line. It's 0800 226622. 0800 226622.
Thank you very much, Kat. Right now, jumping into the kitchen. And you know what? Many people still think of making rusks as a task that belong in the kitchens of yesteryear. Now, those people are definitely wrong because Claire's here. She's going to show us how easy it is. And we're spicing it up with some jungle muesli mixed berries to just give it a bit of a twist as well.
It's going to be delicious. You're going to have all these little pops of flavour, all that berries. And you're going to make this evening. And tomorrow morning...
Hello, Claire.
Hello, how are you?
Yeah, good.
I'm just getting straight into the kitchen. I just want to cook. I just want to cook.
Let's do it.
So we're going to be making them tonight if you wanted to.
Yeah,
and tomorrow
look,
morning you're going to have beautiful homemade rusks.
I'm not one of those people that think of rusks being made in the kitchen as yesteryear. I'm just scared of making rusks because I don't know. It just seems daunting, and I need to give it up for my dad. If you're watching Dad, your rusks are phenomenal. He makes the most amazing rusks.
Am I cooking with the wrong
man person?
today?
Clearly, Dad, you should be here. Yeah.
So in a bowl I've got an egg and some sugar.
Okay.
And cream that all together.
Right.
You mix it all nicely. We've got your favourite ingredient, some buttermilk. It's going to be beautiful buttermilk
I'm a
rusks.
big fan of buttermilk rusks, big fan. But I love the fact that we are spicing it up a little bit.
It's going to be nice, and you really can have some fun. We're using the berry muesli because you want those different flavours.
Yes.
So I've got my vanilla extract,
in there as well.
and I've got some butter. Everything's better with butter. And
I always think whenever you work with butter, like I always think of Zola. Mo butter, mo better.
Exactly.
That was her thing.
So we've got our buttermilk.
Okay, there we go.
So basically combining all our wet ingredients into one bowl.
Right.
Like that. And then what we're going to do is...
Can I mix for you? Would that help?
That would help, yeah.
Okay, because I'm just kind of standing here. I don't want to just stand here.
So we've got our jungle oat bran over here. We're going to add in our flour.
Of course, adding the oats and the oat bran, you get high fiber as well. You get increased energy, like a nice little energy boost as well.
And again, it's going to add
it's a very
nice
healthy
texture
kind of
as well.
Yeah.
So we've got baking powder, bicarb, all our little ingredients here. And then we're going to add our pecan nuts.
For a bit of a crunch, I like
our
it.
Sunflower seeds.
Yep.
Our pumpkin seeds. And then our really important ingredient, which is our mixed berry muesli.
There we go. Let me get it. Oh my goodness, come on. There we go.
Thank you. So I'm going to freehand it. We've got about a cup. Now you can see all those little nuggets of strawberries, blueberries, and that's just going to add a pop of like a pop of flavour in every single bite of your rusk.
I like that. I like
and
that.
again, adding some nice texture with the muesli. Oh, can you smell the berries?
I love the smell of this berries because it's really a flavourful one, yeah.
So I'm going to mix my dry ingredients together, and then I'm going to ask you to please add in our wet ingredients.
All right, if you ask so nicely. The keyword is jungle. SMS that to 33728. That's jungle to 33728. Yes, all together.
All together.
And we'll send you a list of ingredients and also a link to the recipe.
Okay, so the trick about rusks is you do have to cook it twice.
Okay.
So what we're going to do is we're going to mix our batter over here.
That's it.
Mix it all, make sure it's well combined and really nicely coated.
Look at that, yes. And you can see all the little berries in there infusing right now. Once again, the keyword is jungle. SMS that to 33728. It will be on our website as well a little bit later on today. That's expressoshow.com.
So I've got a greased baking tray over here. I'm going to add my batter. We've got an oven that's set at 180 degrees, and we're going to bake these for 45 minutes.
Okay.
So once the 45 minutes is up, you're going to take your baking tray out of the oven, and you're going to allow your
oven to cool?
No, not your oven to cool. You're going to allow your rusks to cool.
The rusks to cool.
The rusks to cool. And what you're going to do is you're going to slice them into the desired shapes you want. You can have little logs, you can have little squares. And what you're then going to do is you're going to pop it back in the oven overnight at 100 degrees with the door slightly ajar.
Okay.
And that is going to provide that beautiful
nice, crispy,
crunch.
dry rusk. The keyword is jungle. SMS that to 33728. Hear those steps one more time.
To make the Jungle Oats Mixed Berry Muesli Rusks, you'll need Jungle Oats Muesli Mixed Berries, pecan nuts, baking powder, sunflower, and pumpkin seeds, vanilla essence, bicarbonate of soda, cake flour, Jungle Oats bran, melted butter, buttermilk, sugar, and eggs. In a large bowl, add the sugar and eggs, then whisk to combine. Add the buttermilk and melted butter, then whisk to combine. Add the cake flour, baking powder, bicarbonate of soda, vanilla essence, chopped pecan nuts, and the sunflower and pumpkin seeds. Add the Jungle Oats bran and the Jungle Oats Muesli Mixed Berry, then stir to combine. Spoon the mixture onto a greased baking tray and smooth the mixture with a spoon. Sprinkle with chopped pecans and bake at 180 degrees for 45 minutes. Cut into rusk shapes, then dry overnight in an oven at 100 degrees Celsius with the door ajar. For the full recipe, visit the Expresso Morning Show Facebook page or log on to www.expressoshow.com. SMS the keyword jungle to 33728 to receive the shopping list on your phone. Click on the link provided to view the recipe. SMSs cost R1.50, no free SMSs, T's and C's apply.
There we have it. The keyword once again is jungle to 33728. It will be on our website, expressoshow.com as well. And look at that beautiful brown, dry rusks.
Absolutely beautiful. All those little berry flavors popping out there. We've got our nuts, our seeds. Like I said, make that this evening, tomorrow morning. It's quite cold throughout South Africa. Tea, coffee, enjoy it on the couch with your loved ones.
Thank you, Claire. Thank you very much for joining us, Jungle, to 33728.
It's kept South Africans going longer and stronger for almost 100 years.
Oh, yes, it's that time of the week where we all get to redeem ourselves for our sins.
Wabba.
Yes,
Wabba.
yes.
Yes.
Hello. Hey, guys, Charisma Besta is here. About to make this into my Charisma Best Day.
Oh, wow.
We're playing Expresso Rewind, and you understand the rules, right?
I'm learning
Just smell that rust
guys.
before you eat it. Has it got arsenic in it or something?
no,
This is a competitive game.
I've heard.
Oh, that smells
Okay,
nice.
so apparently I've heard that each of you have a specific sound.
Yes, we do.
Okay, so can I hear each sound
so
first?
I'll go first. My sound is me.
Okay.
Wabba. Mine is Iyo.
Nice.
Okay, and there's some...
You gotta...
Okay, guys, okay. There's some very definite rules here.
Yeah.
You have to wait for me to finish the entire question.
Yeah.
Remember,
Ooh, okay.
things are getting serious.
Cool.
Okay, we're ready.
You just arrived, Ewan.
Are we ready? Okay, are you guys listening? Question number 1. What is the new date for day 0?
That was a bang. That was a bang out and out. It was a
Follow your heart.
Me.
June 19th.
Favoritism.
July 9th.
July 9th.
9th
July
of July.
9th.
You can't say that. You weren't even in the running.
Sorry, I think you... Wait
get
for me
both-
to say your name.
both points.
Okay.
So what's the correct answer?
Next one.
July.
Okay, July 9th.
Not
okay.
June.
Okay,
Not June.
fine.
Sorry.
So it's 1 point to you and 1
Go,
point
go,
to
go,
me.
go, go.
Okay, next question. What do you call something that can contribute to the development of cancer? Me! Oh, that was definitely correct.
A carcinogen.
Ding, ding, ding! That is correct.
You had the right syllable.
Okay, so you've got 1 point. Graham, come on. Okay.
I'm there, man. I'm there.
Next
I'm there.
question.
Come on.
Okay.
Sport.
Who won the 2018 Doozy Marathon? Okay, cool.
Oh my word!
I feel like you just have the loudest voice though.
Hank McGregor is the one gentleman we spoke to, and his partner.
Ding, ding, ding!
Yes, come on,
that's
get in
correct.
What happened to Andy Perkin?
Well, I was
just
about to
saying-
get in there.
Last question, guys. Okay. Name the 2 methods that you can use to preserve fruit or vegetables.
Jam and pickle. Ling.
There we go. Jam and pickling. There we
I'd like
go.
to see. I'd like to see a
There we go.
hyphen between pickle and kidney. Okay.
So I think you actually win this round because you got the 2 points.
Well done, Ewan. That's our question for you guys. at
You
home.
get the golden.
We'd like to know
Nike
out of the
award.
bottom of the coffee band.
It's a
She
draw.
makes the rules.
It's a
She
draw.
makes the rules. Great,
We got to do this, Mara.
So after we had the bottomless coffee band on the show, we'd like to know between them how many instruments can they play between them. You can let us know on our social media platforms. We will see you after the break. Keep that Golden Monkey Award. Keep it
Charisma,
away.
you.
We'll see you
It's a
now.
half-half. You got.
Fail.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. It is a full house here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. We have Mark Lottering as well as Vicky McCallum from Good Hope FM. And it's time for us to now get into our international entertainment news.
Indeed, and congrats are in order for Adam Levine and Bahati Prinsloo. The couple who has welcomed their second child last week shared the first photo of their daughter. They did this on Instagram, where Bahati shared a photo of the little one's feet, revealing that her name is Geo Grace Levine and that she has her dad's toes, apparently. This is the couple's second daughter for them. They welcomed their first one, Dusty Rose, back in 2016. It's all baby news. So congratulations to the Levines.
That toe picture was...
Which one?
Quite
The picture of the toes?
Yeah.
Really? Was it
early TV? It was like...
Could we see the baby's toes?
That doesn't
Baby
count
toes?
as a baby picture. It could be any
Wow.
baby's toes. Like you need to
But that child is claimed responsibility.
Oh, no, man, it's cute. Mark, stop it. Mark,
I'm not saying
stop
it's
it.
not cute, but I'm saying you have a lot of pictures to choose from.
Anyway, sticking with the baby news, Rachel McAdams is set to be a mom. Now, according to multiple sources, the Mean Girls star is reportedly pregnant with her first child. Now, Rachel has been very private about her personal life, so no confirmation on who the father is. But since she was last romantically linked to Jamie Linden, speculation is that he might be the baby daddy. We don't know that for sure. Meanwhile, her rep has not yet given any confirmation or comment on the rumors, seemingly giving it even more reason that this baby news might indeed be true, because she's always been this private person. So, yeah, I guess congratulations are in order, perhaps preemptively so.
It's baby season.
It's
hey?
baby season.
Absolutely.
For the
Kylie, Chloe,
Kim.
Katlejo.
Hey, I feel part of the K. It's the K squad.
The K.
It's the K squad. Yeah, so that's all the news we have for you on the international front, and luckily good news all around, hey?
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, let's continue to enjoy a feel-good Friday. Graham, what's up?
Free stuff, buddy, free stuff. Did someone say a free movie? Well, you heard it right, and you better get ready to get on this right now. So the team from Top Billing are hosting free movie screenings of the upcoming Jennifer Lawrence hit film Red Sparrow. So Red Sparrow, as a film, the narrative tells the story of prima ballerina Dominika Egorova, who suffers an injury that ends her career. However, she finds a new life in Sparrow School, which is a secret intelligence institution where exceptional young people are trained to use their minds and bodies as weapons. Egorova, played by the incredible Jennifer Lawrence, then completes the sadistic training to emerge as the most dangerous sparrow ever. Do you want to find out how she puts her new abilities into action? Well, for free tickets to see Red Sparrow movie, what you have to do is drop an email to info@topbilling.com stating how many tickets you want, what city you live in, and your contact number for confirmation. Tickets are limited, and it's first come, first served, so get on it right now if you haven't started already. The screenings will take place on Thursday, the 1st of March at 8 p.m. at these following venues. We've got the Zone in Rosebank, Gateway Mall in Durbs, Cavendish Square in Cape Town. So please get on it. What are you waiting for? Drop that email again. The email address is info@topbilling.com.
Oh, do you feel that music? I'm singing it for you. I'm singing it for you. Yes, it's a Friday.
Remix.
And listen, what would a Friday on Expresso be without the fashion fix? Well, it wouldn't be a Friday on Expresso. That's the point.
No, it wouldn't.
It is your one-stop for the trendiest fashion news from all around the world. And we curate this news so that you don't have to. And here to keep you on vogue and on time is, of course, our Expresso fashion editor, Nick Streditz, joined by blogger and stylist Anesu Chogogudza. Good morning, guys. How's it going?
Good.
You're looking
man,
very,
good.
very stylish
I feel
indeed.
super cash next to this guy. I might go to the supermarket.
I don't know, he's very dramatic lately, but good morning,
Drama
how are you?
queen.
Very, very well, man. Very well. Okay, let's get straight into it.
Yes.
Nick, let's quickly catch a broad sweep of
sweep.
fashion news from across the world. What's
Absolutely. So
happening?
internationally, Kat, there was only one event worth talking about.
Yeah.
We touched on it yesterday, London Fashion Week for the Autumn-Winter 18 season. Yesterday, we talked about the fashion. I want to talk about my top 3 moments coming out of London Fashion Week. Number 1, Liz.
Yes.
So all I have to say is Liz. You guys might call her Queen Elizabeth.
Oh, okay.
But we text, she's really goofy, she's really laid back. We chat. Queen Elizabeth making her first Fashion Week debut.
Oh, wow.
In her 65-plus year reign, she's never been to a fashion show.
Unbelievable. Mum made it. Mum made it to the
Look at her,
to the
she's
fashion.
such a sweetheart.
Giving our grandmothers so much pressure, eh?
Grandma swag. Grandma swag. She was at the Richard Quinn show, which is an emerging designer. She was there to give him an award that's in her name, in her honor. Sitting next to Anna Wintour. American Vogue editor-in-chief, who did not take her glasses off. I thought maybe she'd be a little...
Yes.
Nod?
Mum.
Hello?
Yes.
No, rude. Anyway, so that was a big one. Yeah. Number 2 was Christopher Bailey, who's helmed Burberry. He's been the creative director for Burberry for about 17 years. Yeah. It was his final show. After 17 years, he's leaving the brand. We had people like Cara Delevingne, who retired from modeling, coming out in support. His entire theme was LGBT and LGBTQI youth. So doing his last collection, throwing it down, and we're gonna miss him. I don't know where he's going, what he's doing, but a big void is left at Burberry. It's one of the best, most quintessential British luxury brands around.
Yeah,
so that's that.
All right.
And what would a fashion week be without Donald Trump?
Oh, it would be a better fashion week.
Absolutely, and why? He wasn't there, don't worry. But an emerging designer named Edwin Mahoney, who's an American guy, did a collection of Trump rubber stilettos.
Wow.
I think the symbolism speaks for itself there. We don't really need to get into there. He also did a line of condom dresses, but we're not going to go into that as well, because it's in the morning show. But anyway,
well covered.
Donald Trump on the catwalk in some capacity. So that's my roundup, and we're in Milan next week, so we'll get the highlights from them.
Boom. All right, and to sprinkle some local flavor.
Coming up on your local, I mean, we've seen so much going on locally, and I think one thing that we can all speak about has been the release of the favorite movie, Black Panther, which has influenced, you know, people to dress like the Wakandan flavor, and everyone is just shouting Wakanda this morning.
Yeah.
We need to look out for this upcoming trend where we've seen Black Coffee. He did a shoot in the week for a brand that, the way that shoot was influenced by the Wakandan flavor, it's amazing. And we even seeing the trend going on to our South African celebrities, and they've just embraced this, and it's a thing that's growing. Black coffee.
Oh, man. Look at that, man.
That picture. I mean, so much pressure was given to the dandies, and this look I'd like to call an Afro-futuristic dandy. It's a term that you'll need to remember. Where you incorporate more than one aspect of suiting, where you get your African flavor in the suiting, and this is something we need to expect for the week. And we move on to an event that happened last week, Little Gig Festival. It's one of the very elegant festivals that happened, and we see our favorite looks, Lut Love.
Oh, yes.
Zuki Simbane was also wearing, you know, the Afro-futuristic, Afro-dandy look, where prints are the main thing that's, you know, that's pushing through your prints, your colors.
Yeah.
It's amazing, man. It's literally Afro-futuristic, and who knew that, you know, we could do this with our own African fashion, from prints, from patterns, and we're just playing and mixing. You need to look out for that.
Yeah. Looking absolutely amazing. Putting so much pressure on people out there.
Hey, man.
We really love it. We love it.
Catch up and fall behind.
Okay, listen, later on we're going to be talking about the trend talk of the week before we do Fab or Fail. But yes, that is us rummaging through the piles and piles of fashion news to bring you only the best of each week. And that, of course, is the Fashion Fix right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Head on over to our Expresso Show Facebook page for more.
Oh, well, listen, if you are walking around this weekend, don't be alarmed when you see people with multicolored hair or freshly shaven heads, as it is the annual Cancer Shave-a-thon taking place this weekend. And now we've asked some of our favorite celeb friends to come and hang out. We have Mark Lottering here, and he's about to put Graham.
Just look at me and go, oh.
No, I'm so excited. That's that's a moan of excitement.
All right, so what color have you chosen, dude?
I was going to go pink, and then I just thought silver.
Silver? Make him a silver.
Yeah, you inspire me that way. I look at you and I think silver.
I think you should recreate your look on Graham.
Oh, man, I like that. Just
what do you
think?
think?
Look, we'll see what we can do. We'll see what we can do. Can I start with this right now?
Okay, now, Mark, why is it so important for South Africans to go and support the Shave-a-thon this weekend? It's cool.
That looks quite nice,
so
I'll do a bit of front, get a bit of a Mark Lottering thinking. I think... Wow.
Steady cam operator. Nice, man.
You're looking like, by the time I'm done with you, you'll almost be coloured. So, no, I think it's very important to support the Cancer Shave-a-thon. I try and get involved every year. It's just something that impacts upon the lives of so many people. And you know, it's no longer even a case of once you know someone who's been affected by it. It just affects all of our lives. And it's about living consciously. That's what it's all about. So, you know, you don't have to... I don't think it should be a hard sell or a big whole persuasion thing to get somebody to persuade them to support Cancer Shave-a-thon. It's just something you must do.
Okay, well, I feel like Graham needs more.
You think he needs more? I like to go subtle,
I know
more.
we're in a drought right now, but how was that taken into consideration? Because clearly he needs to wash his hair.
Yeah, no, the wonderful thing about this is because people have been...
I don't know if that was rude or not, what she just said. Like...
No, people have been asking, well, does this come out easily? and it does, because this is made very, very carefully, and there's some vegetable component, they tell me, in this, so it washes out, no, truly, it washes out on the day.
Past years, yeah.
So I'm not doing it right now because...
I thought you'd done it already, is that not...
See what he did there. This guy's amazing. You've been a lot cleverer since your hair's gone a little bit silver.
See, I'm the silver
so I'm going to leave it exactly where it is right
Give him
now.
The
what do you
salt
think?
and pepper, I think it looks cool. It looks really cool.
Just a little bit more.
Just markify him a bit more.
Yeah.
Now, Mark, for those who weren't able to see Auntie Mel the musical, is there going to be another run or another show coming up?
There is another Auntie Mel show coming up on the 2nd of April. It opens via web tickets. Get your tickets now. Tickets are selling already at the Baxter Theatre, web tickets and Pick and Pay stores. 2nd to the 28th of April, a smash hit show. Everyone in the show looks like this.
I feel like I've just endorsed your show.
You look amazing.
You do look amazing. Well, there you have it. Listen, don't forget that the annual Cancer Shave-a-thon, it is taking place at various malls across South Africa this weekend. And if you would like more information, just head on over to their website. That's shaveathon.org.za. Make sure you go and show your support this weekend.
All right, listen, there's still a lot to come on your Friday morning on your Feel Good Breakfast show. We hang out with the breakfast team of Good Hope FM, and then we also talk all things London Fashion Week. It's all about the fad and the fail. Who was just downright questionable, who wore it well, who wore it bad.
The fads and the fail. Listen, it's hashtag Bri Friday as well. So stick around for fig and blue cheese skewers. Something different on the Bri. Why not?
Get a taste of the smooth island life and win big with Tropica Island of Treasure Maldives. Buy a Tropica, follow the entry details on the pack, and you could win daily airtime prizes, Daniel Klein watches, American Tourista luggage for your next adventure, vouchers from loot.co.za to shop the hot daily deals online, and the grand prize of a Kia Picanto. For competition T's and C's, visit tropica.co.za. And don't forget to watch Tropica Island of Treasure Maldives every Monday at 7:30 p.m. on SABC3.
Yes, it is. It's a Friday morning. We are live, large and in charge, keeping those smiles on your dial for a while. And it's time for you right now to get your fashion glasses ready because we're about to take you on a celebrity-style tour of this week's most talked about looks. It's the good, it's the bad, it's the downright questionable. That's right. It's fab or fail. Guys, are you ready?
Who wrote that intro?
I kind of did.
You did?
No, it was your magic. It was your magic. Listen, guys, of course, it was all about London Fashion Week, so we're getting into it. You know how it works. We show you the look. It's either fabulous or it's a failure completely, and maybe we might give you a chance to explain. Let's quickly take first up, Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth.
Oh, how'd you not?
How exactly?
Everyone loves.
It's illegal to vote
adorable.
against her.
I'm scared of what might happen.
There was a red dot on your head just a couple of seconds ago.
This is her look for the last like 65 years, which is incredible that she's able to sustain. No, that's not shade. I'm not throwing shade.
No,
consistency is key.
Talk about consistency.
Yeah.
65 years.
When you find something that works, exactly, stick with it.
How about Zendaya at the Burberry show?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Are we liking this? We're liking this?
I love the mixture and the way she played around with the prints. It's definitely a...
Yeah, but what bothers me is that this coat is dominating so much that there's not really much in the way of kind of visualizing what's going on underneath. You know what I mean?
She did take it off.
She did
when
take
she was
it
seated,
off.
sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, she did. But it's cold out, Kat.
All right,
and I'm sure when she walks, they were like, you know, the wind was blowing.
It gives that whole effortless look as well. You know, like I just threw this on. So.
Next up, model Eddie Campbell at House of Holland. How about that? How you like that? How you like that?
I'm so
How you like that? What you saying? What you saying? You saying it's fabulous? It's an overall fail.
For me, I feel like this is experimental, man. It looks like an accident.
And not a good one. And like, I mean, not that it's ever a good accident.
It looks like a Burberry rainbow.
It is a Burberry rainbow. She's head to toe in Burberry.
Okay, well, it's an overall fail. Let's go to the next one. Fashion phenomenon and style icon, Alexa Chung. Take a look at that.
She is.
This is Simona. Is it Simone Roca?
Yes.
What do you guys think? Everybody loves.
I'm
What do you love?
in for this, man. Even the way she is with her partner, I'm assuming it's.
It just works for you. It just works. All right, let's take a look. Supermodel legends Kate Moss and Naomi Campbell rocking at various red carpet events.
Look at Naomi.
How could Mama ever go wrong, man?
Charisma is doubtful at the moment, and she's saying,
"Get out of here, girl."
I mean, that looks like something you'd wear to bed.
Oh, she was going to that.
She was
a bed-themed gala.
Okay,
no, it wasn't.
Totally sucked you into that one. And finally, singer Rita Ora at the Vogue and Tiffany party.
I love.
Oh, do you?
I love it.
You love?
And that's what's going on.
I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking I will go for this one.
Why? Why are we dominating on the failure side? Why?
I think it's just put there, man. I don't know. There's no creative. Let me not say that. That's a bit disrespectful.
Right.
But I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it.
Just not generally.
It's a bit tacky.
Oh God. It's a bit.
Oh, it's so pretty and like colorful.
I think we'll take Charisma's view on this one. It's so pretty, guys. Thank you very, very much. That was all the fashion news from London Fashion Week. As you said, next week we go to Milan. In the meantime, link up with us on Expresso Morning Show SABC3. That's where we are on Facebook and catch up on the latest fashion news.
Baie dankie Kat, kom ons kyk vir 'n laaste keertjie in jou nuushooftrekke op jou Vrydagoggend. In jou nasionale nuus, die nasionale tesourie het gewaarsku dat groot infrastruktuurprojekte van munisipaliteite noodwendig vertraag gaan word omrede nuwe besteding soos gratis hoër onderwys nou voor aan die tou staan. Munisipaliteite, veral die grootes soos Kaapstad en Johannesburg, sal meer met minder geld uit die staatskas moet verrig. Die tesourie sê hy sal graag wil sien dat groot munisipaliteite meer uit hulle eie bronne aanwend om infrastruktuurprojekte te befonds. Dan Eskom hoop dat sy faktures vir 'n bedryfshoof en 'n hoof van finansies binne die eersvolgende maande sal vul en dat onderhoude hiervoor binnekort gevoer sal word. Die kragvoorsieners, die gewese hoof van finansies, Anod Singh, is onlangs op verpligte pensioen geplaas en het verlede maand bedank na etlike bewering sy kant toe geslinger is. Die spertyd vir aansoeke om die fakture stryk vandag. Dan in die internasionale nuus, die Syriese regime het gister weer 'n hewige aanval op Oos-Ghouta gedoen en nog 19 burgerlikes is gedood te midde van die wêreldwye protes teen die wrede offensief in die rebellebeheerde gebied. In die afgelope 5 dae is 368 mense in hewige bom, mortier en vuurpylaanvalle dood. Die hoof van die Verenigde Nasies het na Ghouta as helpaarde verwys en die Duitse kanselier Angela Merkel het geëis dat die slagting se muur gestaak moet word. En dan geld en topbetrekkinge sal vandag die vernaamste besprekingspunte wees op 'n informele spitsberaad van 27 leiers van die Europese Unie. Dit is 'n poging om tot 'n besluit te kom oor die hantering van die gevolge van Brittanje se uittrede uit die EU in 2019. Die leiers sal na verwagting ook sake bespreek soos die verhoging van die EU se volgende 7 jaar begroting om die koste van beleid ten opsigte van sekuriteit, verdediging en migrasie te dek. En daarmee jou nuushoofdtrekke op jou goedvoel ontbytprogram vir jou Vrydagoggend.
So let's get into your Cancer Shave-a-thon edition of our weekend sporting lineup. And of course, we kick it off with cricket. India's 2-month tour of South Africa comes to an end tomorrow as that final T20 takes place at Newlands Stadium. The 3-match series currently standing tied at 1-1. India claiming that 28-run win in the first game before South Africa fought back with a 6-wicket victory in the second. While the men's match gets underway at 6 o'clock tomorrow evening, our women's team will also take to action, or take to the field at Newlands tomorrow. They take on India in their final T20 as well, and that begins at 1 o'clock. Then, keeping it local on the footballing front, former Banyana captain Desiree Ellis has been named as the new head coach of the national women's soccer team. Ellis had served as interim coach since 2016, winning 8 of her 12 matches in charge, and in that time she also led the side to the 2017 CASAFA Cup and the CAF Women's Team of the Year award. Then, keeping it local, there's PSL action to look out for as well this weekend. Cape Town City welcome Wits. Sundowns face SuperSport, while Chiefs, they'll be hosting Bloem Celtic. Then the first major trophy of the English season will be up for grabs this coming Sunday as Arsenal take on Man City in the English League Cup final. City currently holding the better League Cup record, having won the tournament for 4 times, while Arsenal have secured the trophy twice. While City and Arsenal fight for cup glory in the EPL, we've got Liverpool tackling West Ham, Palace welcoming Spurs, while Man United are up against Chelsea. And then finally, in rugby, the Blue Bulls will be opening their 2018 Super Rugby account tomorrow with a clash against the Hurricanes in Pretoria. When the two sides met in the same fixture last season, the New Zealand-based outfit, they outscored the Bulls by 5 tries to 2 to see out a 34-20 win at Loftus. Some other Super Rugby to look out for this weekend. The Stormers on tour, they face the Waratahs, while the Lions will be hosting the Jaguares. And that's a wrap of your sport for this morning.
Right, let's quickly get a last take on your weather and your temperatures for your Friday morning. And it looks like a cloudy day expected for most parts of the country, with some showers expected along the Eastern Cape coast and hopefully also a little bit of rain for the Western Cape going into the weekend. Your temperatures, Polokwane 18 minimum with the maximum 22 degrees. Mbombela on 18 and 27. Pretoria 15, 22. Johannesburg 13, 21. Mahikeng 15, 24. Klerksdorp on 14 and your maximum 26 degrees. Kimberley 18, 32, Bloemfontein 16, 29, Richards Bay 23 and a high of 32, Pietermaritzburg 17, 34, Durban 23 and a high of 30, Mthatha 17 and a hot maximum of 36 degrees, and some thunder showers expected. East London 18, 34, also with some thunder showers. Cradock 14, 33, Port Elizabeth 17, 25, George 15, 25, Sutherland 8 minimum this morning with a maximum 25 degrees, Cape Town 14, 23, Worcester 13, 27, Springbok 10 minimum with a maximum 27 degrees, Uppington 16 and a high of 35 degrees today. Nice and hot in Uppington once again. And then just also please remember to use water sparingly, especially down in the mother city.
Oh, well, listen, we are taking a very quick break on your Feel Good Breakfast show. When we get back, we're going to be heading into the kitchen. We'll be making some fig and blue cheese skewers, something perfect for the weekend.
Then the coloration will continue. It's the Cancer Shave-a-thon, and we are all getting sprayed or shaved. Are you going to shave, Hazo?
No.
We'll continue
Just come along again.
to show our support for the Cancer Association of South Africa after the break.
This week, feel the goodness on Expresso with Clover Crush. It's often the little things that have the biggest impact. And Clover Crush is spreading goodness by donating school shoes to 10,000 learners across South Africa. In partnership with Smart Steps Shoes, discover some of the beneficiary schools and meet the famous faces who'll be spreading positivity with Clover Crush. Don't miss Expresso, weekday mornings from 6:30 a.m. on SABC3. The stage is yours.
the call to action.
Are you listening to that?
So this one starts the segment, then we go through 5 of them individually, then we go back to this one, and then we go to, as you're saying, go vote, then we'll show the Facebook image.
Okay, so you understand how it works then?
They did it last week, yeah.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
All right, welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's a Friday, and we're getting closer and closer to the 90th Annual Academy Awards. Yes, the Oscars are just around the corner. And as we build up, JP's here to give us his opinion on different categories. Last week, we spoke about the actor in a leading role, and this week, it's all about an actress in a leading role. And we've got some top contenders, and you're going to give us your top 3.
Yeah, personally, my top 3, but also just to remind you of some of the actresses that you know from years gone by.
Yes, yes.
I'm particularly interested in a young lady named Saoirse Ronan. It's a name that's very difficult to say when you see it.
It's spelt weird.
Yes, it is.
Saoirse Ronan.
Yeah, Graham had to use like 4,000 calories to say it yesterday. It was very impressive. But so she appears as the lead in Lady Bird,
yes.
Which is Greta Gerwig's movie that she's nominated for directing. Lady Bird, what she's got to do here is it's a coming-of-age story for a teenage girl, and fortunately it's not just, you know, a cliche of all teenagers are brats and self-centered and stuff like that. Of course, there are moments where she bumps heads with her mother because she's strong-willed. She wants to have the world her way. But then she has to balance this with these really tender moments where just the humanity, the sympathy for another human being is something that, you know, you don't really get to see, like I said, in teenage characters very often. That might not seem challenging enough, but she totally creates... the way I spoke about Moonlight last year, it's a movie that if 0 people saw it, if 1 million people saw it, it doesn't matter. A life was happening somewhere. She gives birth on screen, like to this character.
Wow, I mean, she did very well at the Golden Globes as well, so that might be a little indication as to what we can expect.
Certainly. Next up would be Frances McDormand, who also obviously is doing very, very well. She's up for 3 billboards outside Ebbing, Missouri. Man, my tongue nearly fell out of my mouth trying to say that title. But Frances McDormand, you might remember from Fargo. Not the TV series. She is the lead actress from the movie. She won the Academy Award for that. And she is also, this whole, man, every actress in here is so strong. She's a gift to the mortal world as far as acting goes.
That's strong.
She won for, okay, I'll backtrack. She won for the Globes and she won for the SAGs for 3 billboards. She probably will definitely take the Academy Award this year too. But I don't feel like she was challenged enough on this character. It's really just quite sort of a mechanic. She's just a malevolent spirit in a way, and she can do so much more dynamic things with her body and with her spirit on screen. Still, I think she's going to take it though.
All right, and then your favorite movie of the year, without a doubt, and leading actress Sally Hawkins in The Shape of Water.
Yes, Sally Hawkins plays a mute woman who uses sign language in The Shape of Water, and she has this really difficult job, I suppose, of getting you to root for the fact that she's falling into a romantic relationship with another character who can't speak, a fish man. And he doesn't use sign language, of course, because he's a fish man.
He's a fish man.
We don't discriminate. But she totally like convincingly brings to life the, you know, even if when they're romantic scenes, and I mean, like, you know, more flesh scenes, I suppose. Irrespective, it's totally believable, it's totally convincing, it's totally embodied. Sally Hawkins raises a finger in sign language and you want to shed a tear.
Wow.
I can't believe what she did
Wow,
there.
okay, so those are your top 3. The other 2 nominated, Margot Robbie for I, Tonya and Meryl Streep, The Post. I nearly said, how dare you leave Meryl out of this?
I know.
But you're saying it's not her fault. The movie isn't that awesome.
Yeah, unfortunately, The Post, while being a good movie, is really uninspired as far as movies go. I don't even know how it gets into the Best Picture category. Steven Spielberg kind of dropped the ball on this one, but Meryl Streep brings the goods where she can on a character that is very prefabricated to be Meryl Streep. it's
gosh.
safely just line.
You are probably going to be slated online for this, for saying that Steven Spielberg dropped the ball on anything. But anyway, here's where we put it to you at home. Get onto our Facebook page and our Twitter page. We've got 2 polls going on, each the same, asking for your opinion on who you think will win the award for an actress in a leading role at the 90th Academy Awards. Let us know, and also we'll be taking a look at the best picture next week, just before the Oscars.
The big cheese. Thank you so much, Kat. You know what I love about a Friday is that it's a hashtag Bri Friday, and I'm joined by 2 gorgeous ladies, Grace Stevens and the lovely Karishma Bazday as well. And we are making something in the Bri, ladies, which is fun because the Bri is not only for your meats, but it can also make for a nice little platter.
That's what I was saying. As a vegetarian, I never get to have anything cool at a Bri. And exactly.
So I'm whipping up something cool today.
Amazing.
So we're making fig and blue cheese skewers. How amazing.
Yes, and they're so super easy and very, very tasty.
Well, I can't wait to see how you're going to put this together. So, Grace, show us. Teach us.
Well, I think I'm going to need some help, so you guys can just...
All right.
So it's so... I've taken some blue cheese and just cut it into blocks.
Okay.
And then you're just going to start off with a fig, so you thread the fig on.
All right, wait, let me also grab one here.
And then a piece of cheese. So careful with the cheese, because it's quite crumbly. And then you thread another piece of fig on. And there we go, look at that.
Just like that. Give me a pass.
And carry on.
Some cheese, sorry for the reaching.
So this is a stunning starter. I think this is a lovely way to start off your Bri while you're waiting for the coals to be ready for the meat.
Oh, this blue cheese smells amazing.
Oh, no. And the combination with the fig
yes.
is so good. So good.
Okay, so just little small ones like that.
Yes, and now we're going to put them on the Bri.
Oh, just like this?
Nou gaan ons braai.
Ons gaan nou braai. Really, just like that?
Exactly, just like that.
Okay, I'm going to move
so
this
just
a little bit there.
You can soak your skewers in water overnight, and then they're not going to burn.
So question, you've got cheese on hot coals.
Oh, it's just going to be on there for just like 30 seconds aside.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, really? Just to kind of heat them up?
You want to heat, and you just want to caramelize those figs as well on the one side.
The cheese is like starting to melt
and
and
it
sizzle.
smells amazing.
Wow. So this is the great thing. So while you're waiting for your fire to get the right temperature, you make the snacks.
Yes. Exactly.
That's it, the snack board, and that's how it goes.
And then you just eat the whole time that you are...
That's what I like.
Wow.
That's what I love. Just nibbling and eating the whole time.
So literally just heat it through. How quick and easy was that?
That is stunning.
Listen, whose skewer is this? Because I feel like we've been robbed.
We've lost the cheese. We've lost the cheese.
Guys, that was the cheese that was left there. So.
I have something
the keyword
else.
snack to 33728. That's snack to 33728. And you can get your hands on the recipe, but it really is simple. What are you doing there?
This is just some caramelized walnuts. That I have I'm tossing over there so it's extra crunch.
How do you make that?
So it's just some sugar in a pan, and you make it so that it melts and it goes amber. You toss in your walnuts and then throw it onto a greased baking sheet until it's cool, because it will get super hot. Smash it up, and there you go.
That smells amazing.
And it looks so beautiful.
Karishma, are you happy? Yes?
I'm so happy, yes.
Karishma is so happy. You can be so happy. SMS the keyword snack to 33728. Check it out on our website as well. We'll put a nice little picture for you as well. That's on expressoshow.com. Grace will be back later on.
So now Pierce and Vix are about to go through what we have gone through. Do you like the little silver speckle?
I love it. I really do.
The fact that I have hair.
Yeah.
I know, we love. No, this is such a cool opportunity in a small way, from our perspective, to make a big difference. Celebrating 15 years. The Cancer Shave-a-thon is one of the coolest events out there. I have to ask you, what colour have you chosen for Victoria?
What colour have you chosen, Victoria?
I just chose pink.
Oh,
Pink. I love pink, so...
I also like pink. She's a great artist. I love her.
Man.
She makes good music.
What about us, though?
Yeah, I know.
So I'm gonna let you start the process, and I'm going to ask Vicky the first question. Why is it important for you guys? Because your whole team is behind this 100%. Has cancer touched your life? Is it something that you feel is kind of close to home?
It has, and I think every single person knows someone who has had cancer or knows of someone. So, you know, it's kind of it's the sort of cause you can't not get behind. Everybody needs to be behind it.
I think the heartbreaking thing is knowing how early detection in so many cases, and we know that there are some terrible cancers out there that are the most destructive. But there are so many instances on the flip side of that coin where early detection can save lives, and it's not happening because there's not funding on education. Why are you behind this cause, man?
Graham, I'm behind it because of the success of this project. It's been around for 15 years. It's massive. People can go to shaveathon.org.za to donate. They can also check out where they can do the shaveathon tomorrow and for the entire weekend. And you're right, it's about funds. It's about continuously keeping this project alive so that we can get more research into cancer, and we can get survivors on board to talk about their
That
process.
is the most inspirational thing, is we meet people on set and you realize, hang on a minute, you've just gone through a year and a half of fighting this disease and you're a survivor. I love that. So, dude, start doing your work here. Maestro, okay? What particular style, artistic approach do you take?
I am very much Picasso, so yeah. Think Spain, think Cubism, think Salvador Dali, think Monet,
abstract,
think Degas, think Rembrandt.
There is a massive commonality between all of those artists who didn't even live in the same era. But, no, we love that.
Think you're getting my face, you're getting my ear,
It's
you're
looking
getting
beautiful.
my neck.
You're rosy-cheeked. That looks absolutely lovely. Pink is a good colour for you, Vicky. It really is a good colour for you. And I will let you know, I've been told as well and confirmed that there is vegetable dye in here that washes out really easily. But you don't want to wash it out right away. You want to walk around the whole day like this.
With pride.
With pride, exactly.
Vicky, I'm busy.
Now you really have sprayed
you
on.
never interrupt an artist, Vicky. Never interrupt an artist. I am busy. I am busy
I
spraying
love
you.
that. So if you want to find out all the important bits of information, we've got that on screen now. It's cancershaveathon.org.za. Go and check out where you can go and get your hair dyed. Or you can go shave your hair off.
All right, well, we hope you stay tuned to your Feel Good Breakfast show. When we come back, we continue to hang out with our friends from Good Hope FM. Oh, Mark Lottering is also here. Hi. Yeah, he just blends in so well. Yes. And then we also get to meet some of the emerging creatives in South Africa, brought to us by the Design Indaba. Oh, Mark Lottering is still here. Oh, he just blends in so well. I didn't see him there. And then
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
welcome back. Yes, take in that beautiful view on this Friday morning. This is your Feel Good Breakfast Show, Expresso on SABC3. Now, supporting the next generation of young creatives in our country has been one of the fundamental purposes of the Design Indaba program. And together with the Department of Arts and Culture, they have curated some 40 top rising stars in all kinds of creative industries, from designers to entrepreneurs to recently graduated creatives. And one of them is joining us this morning, a young independent designer who's a rising star, Mr. Sakile Ebekulu, to tell us about his involvement in this initiative and what it's done for him. Good to have you here, sir.
Pleasure, man.
Nice
Pleasure.
one. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. All right,
Happy
so
Friday.
designing, fashion, it's in your blood, it's part of who you are, but where did it all start for you?
So initially I was supposed to study visual arts, and then I decided not to because I wanted a challenge, and I studied fashion instead. I think it wasn't, even my mom was surprised, like, really, fashion? And I was like, yeah, I think this is a new challenge for me and something I would like to take on.
Yeah.
And it really started from that, like being in the cities of Johannesburg, watching urban culture and watching it evolve, and it was very interested in how I can play a part in that.
And so much inspiration to be gathered from the streets of Jersey Town. So you've recently launched your autumn-winter collection of 2017-2018. Take us through the inspiration behind this. We're looking at the pieces here.
So this was inspired by my culture and being the urban culture of Johannesburg, you know. I grew up in Johannesburg my whole life, so I was never exposed to my culture. So I tried to redefine my culture in my own way.
Is that why you called it Zululami?
Zululami, because it's my world, my culture. It's a play on words, actually. So it's a play on just urban, simple pieces that play around nice aesthetics that can like be connected to everyone, you know. I used some imagery from my first original lookbook and reworked it as actual prints in the actual collection, you know.
Very nice, man.
I like working with denim because it's a very urban fabric. So I took some elements of denim and incorporate them with elements of my culture, which is the hand beading. And it was a nice way to work with the people around my community, you know, in the city. And I found a woman and we worked together with the hand beading. So everything here is like really done for the actual pieces, you know.
That's wonderful.
Every color plays a part. Everything is carefully considered.
Beautiful stuff. Now, I understand that you regard yourself more as a storyteller. Tell me about how that weaves into the aesthetic of your fashion.
I mean, I was working in fashion for a few years, and I came to the realization that I have a voice. How can I use it more to tell like authentic and real African stories? You know, and I think that's like the essence of the brand. You know, to tell real, authentic African stories, because I feel like it's our job to tell them. No one else can do it for us, you know? So
now, together with the Design Indaba, obviously cooperating with the Department of Arts and Culture, and them curating this list of 40 top rising stars, man. That is quite something to make it into that list. What does it mean for you, and how does it paint a different picture for you going forward?
I mean, to me, it was the craziest thing where about a week ago, before I came down for the Design Indaba, I saw a post on my Facebook that said, Design Indaba, one day is one day. Which is like crazy for me because I've always followed the Design Indaba for years, you know, and to get that recognition as one of the 40 emerging creatives in South Africa. I mean, it means a lot to me, you know. The quality of work with the other 39 creatives is amazing. It's impeccable, you know. Got some amazing furniture designers, amazing photographers, and to be part of that and that whole experience, it's just wonderful.
And you know that the pressure's on now because now we're all expecting great things of you. You've had the platform on national TV, so now you need to work even harder to make sure that you crack it out there in the industry, man. But we wish you all of the best.
Thank you very
Congratulations
much.
on making it onto that list of 40 top rising stars in the creative industry. And we'll be speaking to another one of them very shortly, who's got a very interesting recipe that I'm sure is going to be delighting Mark Lottering's taste buds.
Absolutely, I can't wait for that. But we've got you covered on your Friday morning, from all things fashion to delicious recipes. We're heading out to the Braai a little bit later on again with Grace Stevens. We're using the Braai to make snacks, not necessarily your main meals, but nice snacks before you get to your actual Braai pod. But many of us out there have also now seen that water bottle tap circulating all over social media. Now, this Friday on Afternoon Express, the team shows you just how amazing and cost-effective and also easy it is to make and use one of those. And it helps you to save a huge amount of water, and it can be used to wash your hands, your dishes, or even your fruits and vegetables. Its uses really are endless. So make sure you catch Afternoon Express this afternoon for Friday summer hydration and water saving tips.
All right, here's a question for you. Have you ever thought of incorporating insects into your diet? Well, some people are saying that it's the food of the future. And so, together with the Department of Arts and Culture, the Design Indaba has curated these top 40 designers or people in the creative industry, and are going to be showcasing their work all throughout the Design Indaba. And this product that we're about to test out right now is made from Ento milk, which is dairy alternative made from insects. Yes. Leah Besser is here, and she co-created that product, and she's going to be telling us all about it and why we should be trying it out. So firstly, congratulations on making it onto that list of top 40 rising artists and designers. Tell me about how you came up with this idea.
The idea's been a long time coming. Basically, I started my master's in food science, and I looked at insects as an alternative source of protein. I looked at meat alternatives, but the industry's quite saturated. And then I looked at the dairy industry, and I saw that it was under a lot of pressure with regards to animal welfare and sustainability.
Yeah.
So it's just a matter of trying to find a way to create a product that people would want to try. And then with me and my team, we decided, you know, who doesn't like ice cream?
Okay,
so
that's a great start.
How can you get people to try insects? Make an ice cream.
So wait, so how many different insects do you have to take and go, yeah, that could be ice cream? Nope. Do you know what I mean? Like, how do you even start testing out the insects?
Well, luckily they're pretty neutral in terms of their flavor. So we, I mean, you wouldn't know this because you don't try them, but so what we did is we looked at insects that are very easy to farm and very high in fat and protein, which is what makes a really good dairy alternative. And what's really great is it's also full of all the right minerals, which is what a lot of dairy alternatives lack in. So we sort of got the perfect combination with the insect that we're using, and then we sort of created a dairy alternative and made the ice cream. Wow.
So for you as somebody in the creative industry, what does it mean to be mentioned among these top 40 names of rising creatives in South Africa?
It's been incredible, especially to be on the food side, because it's very difficult to sort of be considered a food designer when there's so much going out there. So it's been a real privilege, and it's been so cool to be surrounded by all these emerging creatives, because everyone's so driven to push their passion, and it really motivates you to just take your dream further. Yeah, it's been great.
This is the very important part of this discovery of this product that I would now taste and then tell you which one is made from dairy milk and which one is made from Ento milk. But because we have guests and we've got to treat our guests. Zandi, come in here. Mark Lottering, come in here. Guys, you are the very fortunate two who are going to do the tongue taste test. So we've got, please tell us, what do we have here in front of us?
Well, we have two ice creams. The one is a dairy and the one is made from the Ento milk. We obviously can't tell you which one it is, so you must just taste it and see.
Okay, so teaspoons are there, okay? Get your teaspoon.
I've never thought about ice cream and doom in the same... What are you... Is everything fine at home?
Question. All right, guys, teaspoons are up. So yours is to take 1 teaspoonful of each one. Taste it, yes, a teaspoonful. And you get it in there, lick it, taste it. Afterwards, after tasting both of them, you need to tell us which one is made of dairy milk and which one is made of Ento milk. So go right ahead. Zandi, go ahead.
Zandi, you please.
No, Mark, that includes you. So you must go on the other side of the bowl. On the other side.
You start.
Go. There we go. Full. Mark. Okay. There we go. Now, all in the mouth. All at one, in the mouth. Yes. Close there. There we go. Num. Oh, yes. It's beautiful. Okay, now, we swap it around.
I'm tasting a bit of him.
Now, the other one. Taste the other one. Mark, you taste there. Zandi, you taste there. Okay. Teaspoonful. Here we go. All in the mouth. Num. Yes, okay. All right. All right, so here it is, okay?
Yes.
Leah, you'll tell us whether they're correct or incorrect. So, Mark and Zandi, which one of these two ice creams is made of Ento milk?
That one.
So you say that one there. Mark, what do you say?
I first want to say that I feel it's time for Jesus to come back to us now. This has gone too far. But this, it's not biblical.
Yeah. It's not holy. I think that's the Ento.
Yeah, that's the Ento.
You are correct.
We are correct, yeah.
What does it taste like? Oh, please. No, please.
I will taste it. Why would I deprive you of
While
the
we
joy?
debate the theories of defining the taste profile of this, I just want to say congratulations to you. It is wonderful to have young people like you in the industry that are pushing it forward, sharing knowledge and really creating a new world for us, even if it is one ice cream scoop at a time. Beautiful stuff. Leah Besa.
Thank you.
Absolutely yummy. Listen, we're taking a quick break on your Feel Good Breakfast show. When we get back, Grace Stevens is here to show us how to make delicious biltong stokbrood. I've tasted the dough. It sounds
It just looks absolutely
I'm always
amazing.
for that.
Oh, then we're going to see how Proverb is spreading some clover goodness, and then, of course, spreading their own version of goodness this morning as part of our Cancer Shave-a-thon explosion here on studio. That's what's happened with my hair. I haven't just aged by 15 years. We've got the Good Hope FM team. They are here, Nigel Pierce and his crew. Stick around.
It feels good to celebrate the incredible talent and standard of excellence honoured at the 2018 South African Film and Television Awards. The SABC is home to a wealth of television presenting and hosting talent, and we are so proud to see these individuals get well-deserved recognition for their work. Congratulations to SABC talent Babi Moloi and Masechaba Ndlovu for their nominations as Best Talk Show Host. And for nominations in the Best TV Presenter Award, SABC hosts Lerato Khanyago, Ntokozo Mbuli, Tumelo Mototwani, and Tumi Morake are in the running. Remember, you can vote for your favorite TV presenter by SMSing the letter of your favorite to 48430. SMSs cost R1.50 and free SMSs do not apply. Don't miss the 12th annual SAFTA's live broadcast on SABC2 on the 24th of March and see the stars of local film and television shine.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Welcome back. This is your Feel Good Breakfast Show on this Feel Good Friday. Thanks so much for joining us. Now, fruit juice and school shoes. You wouldn't really likely pair those two things, would you?
Unless you were going to school.
Yeah, exactly. It makes perfect sense, especially for our friends at Clover Crush who see children as the future, who represent goodness. It's all about that.
And with so many kids in desperate need, Clover Crush really is a brand that's synonymous with goodness, but they also wanted to put their money where their mouth is, so they've got together the Crush Goodness crew, and their latest addition to the team is none other than musician and television presenter Proverb, and they're on a mission to help get some much-needed school shoes to some very deserving learners.
This morning, we continue to spread goodness with Clover Crush as we reach out to even more schools and communities across South Africa. One of South Africa's most acclaimed musicians and television presenter, Proverb, is a part of the Crush Goodness crew and believes that a dose of goodness can go a long way.
Give a child a pair of school shoes and it can be their first step to conquering the world. This is why Clover Crush is donating 10,000 pairs of brand new school shoes to learners across South Africa with a little help from Proverb.
Pro, you're also one of the few rappers in South Africa that tries to not use vulgar language in your music. You try and send a positive message. Why is that important for you?
You never know who's going to listen to your material. You know, I'm a parent. My kids are going to listen to my material. My parents are going to listen to this material. Look at these school kids. If I was to do one of my songs, they are going to hear it. So I always ask myself, what is it that I'm trying to impart? So I choose to build with my music rather than destroy.
And what inspired you to be a part of the Goodness crew?
I subscribe to what they aim to achieve, which is to spread goodness, but also to try and inculcate that habit of spreading goodness.
How can a simple pair of school shoes change the life of a child?
It's pivotal, you know, to these kids. Remember, a lot of them have to walk from school and to school as well. It's also about self-esteem and just being adequately prepared. And for me, school shoes is one of the very bare minimums and basics of preparing somebody to come and receive education. So I think, again, awesome initiative which I proudly endorse and happy to be a part of.
These new Smart Steps by Novita shoes will help instill a sense of purpose and pride for the learners and help them focus at school, which adds goodness into their lives.
I used to go to school barefooted. I only started wearing shoes when I'm at high school. So just imagine now a learner for these days coming to school without shoes. It's so painful. Just imagine you coming to school without shoes. Your mind will be divided. You can't concentrate because some of the learners will laugh at you because you don't have shoes. But now, all learners will be having new shoes. So we are so excited to receive these shoes because each and every learner from today will having a brand new school shoes. When they come to school, they will be proud and they will concentrate in their studies because they will be in a full school uniform.
I got the new school shoes. I'm excited because of my shoes were broken and I didn't want to advertise them.
Clover Crush chose to uplift school children because they are our country's future. It's a sentiment shared by Proverb, which made this collaboration a real hit.
Proverb is such a great candidate to spread the message of goodness. Is that why you selected him?
He speaks positivity, he's a family man, he's always dedicated to everything that he puts his mind to, and we wanted him to be part of the campaign because of what he stands for.
What has the whole experience of spreading goodness been like for you?
We didn't want the campaign to exclude anyone, so we went in with the mindset that we're going to help each and every student with a brand new pair of school shoes. School pair of shoes might not mean a lot, but to these kids that we've seen and to these teachers that within the schools that we've visited, it's meant everything, and that's what we wanted to do as a brand.
Seeing Proverbs in life was very amazing and inspiration. A message that he told us is when you work hard, you can get success in life. He comes from a small village, but look at him now. He owns companies, he's famous, he's great, and I want to be like him.
I share my goodness at school and I listen to the teacher. I don't want to be horrible to other kids or other teachers.
The experience was incredible. You know, the kids were very warm, very receptive, and I think the message came through. I also try to make it very simple and ultimately just drive the message of You can be whatever you want to be in this world. The world, honestly, is your oyster. But also to try and impart, you know, the core message of the initiative, which is let's be good to each other. You know, so I encourage us all to just be nicer people, just to spread a little more goodness. We could all use some.
Uplifting children can uplift entire communities, and every one of us can do something to spread #CrushGoodness and contribute to goodness culture in South Africa.
It is estimated that around 17,000 school children in the Western Cape alone go to school during winter without school shoes. The good news is that we can all work together to bring this number down, and Clover Crush is doing just that, one school at a time.
Crush, your daily dose of goodness. Now also available in long life.
Made with love by Clover.
All right, continuing our braai efforts on your #Braai Friday on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Now, if there's two things I think that makes us South African, stokbrood and biltong. We absolutely love it. And right now we have the lovely Mark Lottering and Sandra from Good Hope FM joining us as well to put this thing together. Grace, this looks absolutely amazing.
Oh, this is going to be your end to the most amazing braai.
You know what? What is great? We're using the braai to make platters. Okay,
I love
so
that. Making it classy again.
You're making it classy, you know.
Yes.
So while we prep and what you want to entertain your guests, and this is what we're doing, we had the fig and blue cheese skewers that we made on the braai a little bit earlier on. Let's put this bread together.
Okay, so I've got some flour in here with some salt, and then some of this biltong dust, which is amazing. Nice.
Right.
Some butter, nice and soft butter.
Biltong
and then
dust.
Have you never
seen that in my life?
It's very fancy,
on a sandwich
darling.
with like butter.
You're changing
our
lives
right
now.
But I'm learning, I'm learning.
Oh, yeah.
Mark, where have you been, man?
Mark,
At home.
you have
Clearly.
to try it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then here's some yeast in
yeast.
my water, and then this all goes together and you mix it together. And that is
And
it.
that's your stokbrood kind of dough.
That
and
is it.
This is the one that you've made for us
I
already.
made
So you
this
mix it
already.
nicely. Do you have to rest it like you do normally?
You do. You let it rest for about 45 minutes. It doubles in size.
Do you need?
So you get twice the amount of stokbrood.
Do you need to
Mark.
You need to.
Oh,
So
I
you
can't
can,
need.
Yeah. This is actually no
You need
need
to
for
need.
it to need. I feel like we're having like an overload
Yes,
of...
teach me.
Okay.
Right,
one.
so now you want to roll it into a nice long sausage.
So that's now nicely infused with our biltong powder, Mark.
Mark.
No, Mark. No, Mark.
I'm going to get you some. I'm from the north. It's in my DNA.
So when in the braai does this happen? Like,
This could beforehand.
Is
eh?
this
This is
before?
beforehand.
yeah.
Okay.
Just beforehand. You know when your coals are far too hot to put your meat down?
Yes.
Yeah.
Then these go on.
Okay, let me pop
So
that
pop
on there.
that on.
And
so
then
those are the ones I did
skewers,
already.
will they
yeah?
burn? Or do
They
you have
won't. They
They're
won't
too
burn
thick,
because
but
they're
look
not
at
on
these
that
guys.
for that long.
What
Because-
is
Wow.
that?
I promise you the fire is actually really hot.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, it's heating up now. Oh, there we go.
Oh, that
All right.
looks good.
Okay,
So now, what do we do?
So now you just take that stick out. And what I've done is I've taken some goat's milk cheese and I've
Oh,
mixed it
yes.
with some thyme,
Wow.
popped it in a Ziploc bag, and I'm just going to cut the corner of that bag, and you've got a homemade piping bag.
Look at you.
And
Yeah.
then you squeeze it.
Oi.
there.
Mark, how's this for an idea? How are you on braaiing,
People
man?
are so clever. I go to many.
You go to many.
I go to many braais.
Okay.
You don't braai
very
yourself?
popular.
You see, I'm that guy when I go visit someone. I'm normally around the braai. You know, and I'm helping and I'm doing.
Oh, that means that you have problems in your relationship and you can't talk. Then those guys normally move over to the... Okay, but we'll
He
talk about
says,
it
no, it's
afterwards.
okay. It's okay, Mark. It's okay,
People
man.
find solace in
You know, it's
standing
okay if you
around
can't braai.
Yeah.
Sandra, yeah, no, don't worry.
No,
Like,
look, I'm from the north, dude. You can't step into my braai and touch my braai. We're going to have problems.
Don't touch me on my braai. The keyword is biltong. SMS that to 33728. That's biltong to 33728. And then, Grace, you serve it just like this, eh?
Just like that, nice and warm. Not too hot, but nice and warm so that that cheese is nice and oozy
Yes.
in the middle.
Nice.
I've got some camembert over there. Do you want to pull it off?
Wee, that's been...
So I just wrapped a camembert up in foil and popped it on top of the braai. And this you can use as a nice dip. So
How's
check
this for
this
a
out.
full-on platter on the braai.
This is the classiest braai I've ever been to, guys.
Listen, guys, so we prepared. We're going to make sure that you are well fed on your Feel Good Breakfast Show this morning. The keyword is biltong. SMS that to 33728 for our biltong stockbrood. You can also check out all of the recipes on our website, expressoshow.com. Tuck in, guys. Tuck in.
Crush, your daily dose of goodness. Now also available in long life.
Made with love by Clover.
Well, I can tell you it's going to be a wonderful weekend all across South Africa. Hashtag Shaveathon, Cancer Shaveathon is happening. So don't worry when you walk around the malls and you see people with half-shaven hair and there's colorful hair, because they're all supporting the 2018 Cancer Shaveathon. As you can hear the sprays going in the background there.
I need to stand wind down. The wind's blowing that way.
Zandi's getting ready to have her hair sprayed. But while she has that happening, Charisma, tell me about why you've chosen to volunteer your efforts in encouraging South Africans to be part of the Cancer Shaveathon.
Well, the Cancer Association of South Africa is a cause that's very close to my heart, because unfortunately cancer has been very prevalent on both sides of my family. And in my mom's side, it actually hasn't skipped a generation for about 5 generations.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, a cause very near and dear to my heart, and I think a cause that's so worthy of all of us to participate and get behind it.
And it's a fun way of supporting and showing,
course,
you know, that
exactly.
you care. I think that's the most important thing. Showing that you care. There's various ways of donating and showing your support. Like I said, shaving your head, having your hair sprayed, like Zandi's doing. What color did you choose, Zandi?
I chose white.
White. So you got white tips done. Yeah, it is. It's kind of flowing into the top end. It's the ombre. What would you say to South Africans to encourage them, Zandi?
People must actually go and check and get tested. Go to mammograms.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Don't be ignorant. It's very important that you get checked and know exactly what's going on with you, because you'd be sitting here with something that's, you know, chowing you inside and not even know. So go out there, get tested, check, know what's going on, know your body. Know what's going on with you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The results are absolutely amazing. I don't know if Zoe's done this before.
I've added the silver to Karishma's hair. It shows so beautifully with the dark hair.
Dark hair.
So I feel like you need just a hint of silver. Because Zandi wanted white, and I've added some of it, but it will just give a little sparkle.
Oh, girl.
That is... Do you have a gig tonight?
I do.
You are rocking at that gig tonight, just like that.
Baby.
Listen, if you want to show your support this coming weekend, visit the website shaveathon.org.za to gather more information. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back. That looks beautiful.
Sweetie lovey baby, githumela my love letters, ngifuna kubelit. Ngidlala nabanye abantwana, I'm tired of being lonely. Ngibanje kamnandi, nami ngifuna uthando, nami ngifakwe kuma-woman crush Wednesdays. Throw back your Thursdays, FaceTime till 3XN. ngifuna kubelit ngidlale nabanye abantwana I'm tired of being lonely ngibanjwe kamnandi nami ngifuna uthando nami ngifakwe kuma-woman crush Wednesdays throw a feel-good breakfast show.
Oh, it is so hot. No, it's so good. It's so good. Listen, Zandi Kumalo is in our studio sharing music from her debut album, Izikali Zamantungwa. Tell me about the name of this album, because it's very significant to you, and I think once people understand it, they'll know why you're called the advocate of love.
Oh, yes, darling. First of all, when I met my husband, when I met him, he said to me, Sithandwa ngicela ungiphe inhliziyo yakho ngizoyiphatha njengeikhali zamantungwa. To me, that was like, woo!
And then all the amatlozi bathi siyavuma.
Bathi siyavuma.
There we go.
Bavuma.
Beautiful stuff. And the album speaks of love. It is a true reflection of your sense of love.
It is.
Oh my goodness. So where are you gigging tonight? Where can people see you performing?
Ooh, I have a lot of interviews lined up. From here, I'm going to another TV station and radio.
We'll just follow you on social media, shall we do
Please do that.
What's your handle?
It's Zandi_Kumalo, and it's Zandi_Kumalo_Gumeta, that's Instagram. And on Twitter, it's Zandi_Kumalo. On Facebook, it's Zandi, it's official Zandi.
Okay. Yeah. The last song you're performing for us right now is called?
Nami Ngalfuna.
Hey, Nami Ngalfuna.
You want love, right?
Sweet lovey baby, ngithumela malavet, ngifuna kubelit, ngidlale nabanye abantwana. I'm tired of being lonely, ngibanjwe kamnandi, nami ngifuna uthando, nami ngifakwe kuma-woman crush Wednesdays, throwback at Thursdays, FaceTime 2, 3x and holidays in Dubai. I need someone who loves me, who will be a part of me, who will be there for me in below even nandi. Ngifane nabantwana banye, ngibizwa ngomemo nami. Ngifane nabantwana banye, ngibizwa ngobheyi nami. I'm tired of looking at everybody looking so happy. Nami ngifuna ukumamatheka, ngifuna umoyizela njengabanye abantu. Yes, I need that special moment. Ngiphole nomuntu wami. That's what life is all about. Yeah. Nami ngifakwe kuma-woman crush Wednesdays, throwback at Thursdays, FaceTime 2, 3x and holidays in Dubai. I need someone who loves me, who will be a part of me, who will be there for me in below even nandi.
And with that beautiful performance, Zandi has now been promoted to Chief Love of the High Court of Love of the land. No longer Advocate of Love. That was absolutely beautiful.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Oh, the love that inspires beautiful music like that. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us.
Awesome.
Have a wonderful weekend. We can only say...
Not free. You've got to actually leave our set.
Bring all the other stuff back again.
We love you guys. Thank you so much.
What's in there, Dale?
He's a magician.
No, you're kidding me.
You actually get into the box.
I get into the box. And if they come, we're going to work.
It's only one of the Guptas.
It's agent.
Well, Zandi took us to here, now we brought you right. Come on, man.
Dude, it's funny. If we get our license revoked, we'll do your job.
It's so last season, man. It's so last season.
Anyway, guys, I think it's time that we say goodbye. Thanks so much for joining our Friday Feel Good session on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Have a wonderful weekend, and we'll see you again bright and early on Monday. It's time for us to go, guys. Bye. Bye.
Expresso Morning Show, made with love by Clover.
Another Feel Good production.